All right. Welcome in, welcome in. I didn't press the button. There's the button. How y'all doing? I'm Lord Generic, your Terracotta Warrior, and things are really bad. We're playing Factorio. Uh, things weren't bad, and then I had the game on for about an hour while I set things up and I was working on other stuff because I was like, oh, I'll just let some of these productivity and speed modules cook, and we'll have a few we can use when we build the spaceship. Haha. Gleba might have fallen to the enemy when I wasn't looking. I had a gun line. Apparently it's not enough. Yeah, not going great. Why don't so sitting here? I think we just go take a look. I think we just go take a look. So the plan was, emphasis on was, that we were gonna just... Why am I not there? Hello? Why was I so tiny? Curious. Anyways, wrong button. Anyways, so hold on. We got to zoom out for the horror cam. So Gleba is actively, how do I, there's no way to so where'd that fucker go? There was a big guy in here. They get him? I don't think they got him. Oh, the radars are down. So a wave of heavy stompers appeared. There were like 7 of them. And they smashed clean through the gun lines and may have wiped out all of the power infrastructure somehow. Yep, absolutely all of the power infrastructure. Well, yeah. Wait, that just shift me up and down? I didn't press any buttons. I gotta check my VTube studio after this, dog. I don't know why I'm running around the screen. Anyways, we got bigger problems than running around the screen. We got, we're gonna die on Gleba. So I was going to rebuild our spaceship and fly to AQUILO. The plan has been changed. Wait, what the... Oh, it's when I move my mouse? Hold on. What the? Hold on. VTube Studio, what do you... Will you... Okay, how about now? I am trying to have an existential crisis here. It would be great. So Volcanus is going to ship us up, because I have the one place safe from automation, space. Right now, it is sitting above the planet. So we're going to... Volcanus should be shipping to it. Yeah, Volcanus is shipping a bunch of advanced ammo, red ammo, and some gun turrets over, because I guess we're going to need it. Oh, so hey, Peril, how you doing? Yeah, and I decided to build a second gun line, because again, I guess I need it. I am so used to my gun line being enough to defend the planet from bugs. I guess it's just not here. I guess it is just plain insufficient on this planet. So we learn horrible things about Gleba today. As is tradition. Horrid things that make us despise Gleba on an elementary level. Oh well. I guess that's how it's gonna be. So yeah, all the turrets on the left side got rocked by the wave of heavy tetrapods stomping all over these walls. Yeah, the walls don't stop it. I still like having walls. You always lose your fight insects, you don't have advice. Yeah, apparently so do I. That's the funny thing. Apparently, I also always lose when fighting insects. So I guess we're emergency flying back to Gleba. at the moment. So let's go ahead. By the way, I did research going to AQUILO. So if we look at the space map while I fly, we get to fly all the way out here. A single trip. How far is this? A very, very far distance. Robot energy usage times. Oh my god, drones take 5 times the energy. Oh, I guess because they have to stay warm. Ooh, so power in AQUILO is going to be a nightmare. I was going to fly to our last planet of the game before we escape and beat Factorio, but it's just not going to happen. It is simply not in the stars for us at the moment, I guess. As you see my other spaceships with their terrible design very slowly running out of fuel as they try to travel back to Navis. Hey, there we are. Whee! Well, hold on, let me check my volume. I think my volume is completely off. It is. All right, we'll turn the volume. Let's turn the music on. It's been a while. We've been using other music. Let's have some of the good old Factorio soundtrack. It's only appropriate in this instance. No? I think so. All right, so we got to get back to Gleba. Apparently, I got to fix shit. A lot of stuff exploded, including all of our power network. So that's a problem. Why are you jammed? Oh, it just all got smashed. I see. I see the problem. It's all dead. So yeah. How about them Tesla turrets? maybe I honestly saw who's getting killed. Oh, thank God it's full guard. No one cares. It's not much, but it's honest work. Darn right. You know what? Since we're back on Gleba, I guess. Fucking ship me down to Gleba. I really hoped I was done. I really thought I was done with this stupid planet. I was praying, brother, that I was done with this stupid planet. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Credit to iCaterine, who made this. I commissioned it because I like to do that. I commissioned that a while ago. I don't have a reason, mind you. It just possessed me, fully formed like Athena from the head of Zeus. And I was like, I need to get that made. And they went, okay. Sure thing, boss. You're paying for it. And I was like, damn right. Make it so. In hindsight, why did I commission this? In hindsight, couldn't tell you. No sane person would make that. Anyways, we're going to have that up. Since we're back on fucking Gleba. Where's my stuff? Is it here? Not really. Those aren't useful. I don't even have a gun. Oh, I do have my gun. I don't have any ammo. Let's grab some. Oh, I have my tank somewhere. Don't I? They destroy the tank? No, the tank's over here. Okay. Okay. Oh, dude, the power's so low. Oh, this is gonna take forever to recover. I will never financially recover from this. Who's getting destroyed? God damn it. Get in the tank. Fuck. Oh, this place is not built for tanks. Oh, my designs were made assuming I wouldn't come back. You sons of bitches. Oh, there's so many of them. Oh, there's so many of them. Ow. Do we not do this right now, brother? Brother, please. Okay. That one's down. Oh, shit. What? Why are you running? Why are you running? Okay. Well, there goes a bunch more turrets. So Gleba's not doing so good. I always knew the spore farming would catch up to me, but I didn't think it'd be this bad. I didn't think it'd be this bad, I ain't gonna lie. I thought the gun line would, you know, keep things a little reasonable. Apparently, I was misled. I may have been allegedly misled, maybe even bamboozled as to how much annoyance the medium stomper pentapods and the heavy pentapods would be. I didn't think they'd come in a wave of like 20 fuckers at a single time, you know? I thought it'd be a couple of them. You know, a reasonable number of pentapods. Fuck it, just drive through the wall. I don't even care. Fine, I'll pick them up. I don't even care right now. Are there any colonies nearby? There are nearby colonies. Let's trim those, you know? Give those a bop. Wow, this music is kind of loud. Right? That is loud. Let's turn that music down. Boop. Boop. Maybe a little. Boop. All right. Okay. So. We got problems. We have a few issues. Now, there's nothing I can't mass import my way to victory. Are these things spawners or like... I know they're spitters. Is this what the eggs turn into if they're left alone? I guess so. It must be, right? Because what else would it be? They are tough. It's just that my gun turrets are used to fighting small biters, not whatever the fuck. These guys are like the bases from Universe at War. No one's gonna know. Everyone is thinking generic. What in the Siam hell are you saying? What is a Universe at War? Universe at War is an RTS, the first RTS made by the studio Petroglyph, which was a successor studio, you could say, to Command and Conquer, my beloved Command and Conquer. So, yeah, the good old days, one could say. Oh, it's more Gleba. Who is getting hit in Gleba? Oh, I don't have power for the eggs. Oh, I don't have power for the fucking eggs. God dang. Damn it. Okay. What do we drop? Let's drop the drones, drop the heat pipes, drop some heat exchangers. The turbines are fine at the moment. We mostly need the heat pumps. The heat pumps come from Gleba. No, we'll drop the heating towers as well. Okay, okay. All right, let's drive back and use the lasers on my tank in case the eggs pop. Horrifying, horrifying words you hate to hear. I'm also going to need a lot of iron to replace the piping for the water and steam. There's going to be a bit of a problem. As you can see, I did not design Gleba with tank driving in mind. We kind of jammed it in wherever we could. And that's just... Oh, thank God, I do have the backup gun turrets. I knew I installed these bad boys for a reason. Okay. So, that's something. Thank God we have something. As all the eggs are hatching, the inspector's not going to like this. You're telling me I'm the inspector. You think I like this? You think I'm having a laugh? Because let me tell you, this bites, dog. Oh, they took out everything in the middle? How? How did you take... No, all my backup assemblers and ammo. You fuckers. Oh, shit, dude. Drop all the assemblers, I guess. We're gonna need all of them. Because it all got blown up. Well... Shit. Drop the solar panels. Lord knows we're gonna need those. Right, this is going. Oh, and here I was so foolish, so naive, thinking, wow, I can't wait to have a fun time reaching the final part of the game and not being on the planet Gleba. Alas! If I could blow up Gleba with a Death Star, brother, we would not be discussing the if. It would be a win. It would be a win. Who? Where? Okay, Fulgora, thank God. I don't care when people on Fulgora die. They do that all the time. That's like their culture or something. Aha. Okay. Yep. So this area is being horribly overfilled with random garbage. Good, good, good. Give me those. Give me those. Give me a set of drones. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Give me a bunch of that ammo. Okay. Let's go ahead and load the good ammo into our gun. Just in case we get jumped by a bad mother hubbard. Okay. Welcome to Gleba, everyone. Welcome back to our suffering playthrough. Oh, and I got hiccups again. Oh, great. Great, that's what I need. Why did they destroy the copper? Like, brother, I know y'all's full of hate and vitriol for all things good. But you blew up the copper? Really? Unnecessary. Unnecessary. All right. We got to reconnect the power. Should I have driven the tank over? Probably. Why didn't I? Because we need it parked near the biter eggs. Or the goo eggs. Because those suckers want to hatch and kill us all. You might be thinking generic. That seems a little extreme. It's not. I don't know what this is, though. I don't know why this is here. Not extreme at all. I guarantee you they want to kill us all. Not the stone, brother. They even blew up the stone. Okay, are we getting power now? Okay. It's nighttime, so no. But whatever, we need to connect that. I need to go. Gleba moment. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, and the hiccups have started again. Hi, blinding light. Live. So, Gleba might have been overrun by 87 stompers. I like how they never attack, by the way. Like, the stompers, we had our single line of defense. Very basic. Because it's Gleba and building defenses sucks. Did they blow up my entire iron operation? Fuck. Well, so they did. It would appear so, huh? Well then. Where am I going to get iron? This is... This is going to be a problem. Yeah, this looks normal. Yeah, right. I thought I was done with... Oh, they took out my storage. Oh, this is where the iron was. I hate this. Nah, dog. And the hiccups, of course. But like... Why, man? Why? Why'd they have to do me like that? We could have lived in peace, Gleba. You leaving me alone and me happily destroying your ecosystem of mass monoculture. But here we are. Why can't we end the hate, Glebans? Why can't we end the hate with you dead and me on top? It's not fair, I tell ya. Well, shit. Guess we're not going to AQUILO. Not today. Yeah, stompers are fast, have long reach, and are durable, right? Like, they're awful, dude. Alright, I guess we will rebuild how we can. It's going to take a while, though. On account of possibly having lost all of our express belts? Shoot. Alright. Go ahead and get me the base pack again. And the bullets and gun turrets again. Is this a reason? Is this a sign? Is this a sign to research Tesla ammo? I don't want to, though. Dude, I'd have to make another ship to fly. It takes a super capacitor to make a bullet. Dude, that's not worth it. That's not worth it at all. You kidding me? Nah, dog. Oh, this is gonna be a rough one, isn't it? Tesla turrets don't use ammo, they use electricity. What? Then why do I see Tesla ammo? What's that? Do they not use Tesla ammo? I mean, if they don't, I'll research them, I guess. But I never did because I was like, well, they need ammo and I don't have ammo. So what's even the point? Did they blow up my... They blew up my offshore pump? Are you serious? Pardon me. Okay. Okay, at least things are working again. I have to refuel the heat pipes, unfortunately. So let's just dump all this in here. Just dump those suckers in. Okay. Here's my offshore pump. Boop. Do I need a ton of undergrounds? Ah. Man. At least they're getting metal from somewhere. Couldn't tell you where or how, but they're getting it. All right. We have more seeds than we could use, so... Oh, that was a loud one. Man, my hiccups are violent, let me tell you. So I'm going to do something horrifying. Avert your eyes as I burn a crate of seeds. As I burn an entire crate of Yumiko seeds. Out of sheer desperation, let me tell you. Sheer desperation. And they're gone. Oh, yeah. All of that didn't get the temperature up whatsoever, by the way. We need the birds. So I forgot how long it takes to get these guys going. Well, here we are. At least we have power, right? Yeah, we have decent power from the solar panel network. Steam turbines are running as they can. Power will get better. Seriously, they blew up my steam turbines? Who even does that? Who blows up a person's steam turbines? Those aren't coming at you. Those aren't a threat. It's just rude. It's just rude. Blow up a fella's steam turbines. Rockets are supposed to be viable on Gleba. Uh-huh. Oh, Tesla ammo is only for handheld? Yeah, I know we were planning on doing rocket turrets. I'm building them on Volcanus. I just couldn't tell you where. I'm building them up somewhere. I just don't know where. Let's do another one. Since we're here. What do they take again? May as well make a second. Steel, iron, carbon fiber, rocket launcher. Oh, right. I have them down here. And we don't have carbon fiber. Because I ate it all. Num, 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 num. Well, that's a decent number of pardon me. Decent number of rocket turrets. I figured I'd throw in quality modules. I don't think it did anything. Nope. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's real bad. I think the stress of losing all of Gleba is causing me to get mad hiccups. Because of course it is. Okay, so we have power now. Well, we don't really have enough electricity yet. But that's fine. Not because it's actually fine, but because it has to be fine. Or things that beat Stompers is mass gun turrets. And Teslas. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll try to research some Teslas. Are we out of research? Why are you not researching? What do you need? Yellow? Did we run out of P? Really? Oh, we run out of low density structures? Wait, really? I mean, that side's fine. Where's our other side? Here? Looks pretty full. Wait. What? What? Huh? Wait, what? I'm very confused. What? Okay, shred everything here. What is going on? Why? Hmm? Huh? What happened to my P? Don't quote that. What happened to my P? All right, let's blacklist everything except for what we care about, which is blue and circuit and low density structure. Perfect. Perfect. Wow. Yeah. Okay. And we'll make these pusher chests. I guess we have to fix lots of problems, huh? Well, that's life. Then we'll blacklist this one. That's so weird, dude. Couldn't tell you how that got messed up. I haven't touched Navis in hours. Like, legit a really long time. I guess the P was just built up so fast, so well, that it never ran out of research till now. Whack. Yeah, I must have ruined belt weaving. Oh, I did bulk upgrade the belts. Oh, I fucked up a belt weave. Oh, you're right. So true. That's exactly what happened. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what happens. When you do fancy high-level shit, but then you also bulk upgrade and it explodes on you. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. I see the problem. There we go. All right, problem solved. And that would have broken this. Okay. Okay, cool. We have fixed it, I think. Anyways, back to the real problem, Galiba. So, okay. Things are working again. For the most part. You have water. But getting these suckers up the temp is going to take us a hot minute. It'd be nice if it could burn some rocket fuel or something. Messed up though that is, it would be kind of convenient. Okay. The gun turrets will slowly rebuild. Maybe 2 layers is... Really, if they're firing red ammo, they do twice the damage. So... that should be fine, hopefully. Wow, these actually have a lot of kills each. Huh, maybe they have been picking things off every once in a while. Interesting. So that should be fine. We're just going to have no choice, methinks, but to double layer the gun line. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just double layering our gun line for the most part in order to keep things safe. It's not the best solution, I am aware, but it's like a functional solution for today. You know what I mean? It's the solution of the future. Doing what's good enough right now. That's the solution of the future, everybody. Yeah, I know you don't want to hear it, but that doesn't change how effective it is. I deeply believe with power productions make rocket fuel and burn it. Yeah, pretty much. Because we are making a lot of rocket fuel. So that might be worth the move at this point. Now that we're making this much rocket fuel. It'd be a pain to move it down, but I am thinking we do that. I am thinking we do exactly that. Just cause, like, dude, it's bad. And we do import our rocket fuel. We do import enough rocket fuel anyways for what few missiles we fire off this godforsaken planet. So yeah, let's go ahead and launch a rocket or two. Let's go ahead and launch a rocket or two. We have to cut past quite a few areas. Quite a few. Just to be able to get it all the way over. You might be thinking, generic, why don't you have drones carry it over? I mean, the problem to me is that this is a fuel need, right? We do need this to be functioning for fuel purposes. So let's just cut a few of our tree lines, because Lord knows I'm good on that front. And just jam it in. Just jam that sucker in. Okay. That'll build itself one day. Get upgrade everything to red ammo. Yeah, we'll get there. Problem is making... How did I get in there? Problem is making red ammo on Gleba is miserable. Just because it's that much more iron. I've actually been importing a lot of my yellow ammo just from my spaceships as I flew over. Because iron is so bad on this planet. Tempted to bring a spaceship for the sole purpose of cooking iron. Stupid though it is. Stupid though I know it be. Alright, what are you guys bringing in? You're flying in like rocket fuel. You have the steam turbines? You do. Okay. Good enough. Fly your booty over to Gleba. You have all that truly matters at the moment. Alright. So, while we do that, we're getting a little bit of power. Yeah, drone stations are going to be demanding a lot for a long while now, so it'll have to be okay. It'll have to be okay. For now. For now. Let's distribute these gun turrets because I don't want to build that shit. I'm building that by hand. Ain't no way. And they blew up my batteries. Of course they did. Of course they did. Boom, 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 boom. And they blew up my basic inserters. Makes me wonder if I should just do the classic giant belt. The classic giant belt feeding every gun separately. We already have this built up, man. What's the point? We could access a space copper and make a space foundry. It might be worth the effort. It might be worth the effort at this point. Because, yeah, if we need to protect Gleba so this doesn't happen again, and the attacks are only going to get fiercer as time goes on, we do have to be kind of careful about things. A bit careful. We'll just make another space platform. But since we're making space platforms, that does make me think we were going to redesign our spaceship. So why don't we do that? Why don't we do exactly that? So my thought is we're going to fly our perfectly functional spaceships from Glebe, or from wherever they are, over to Volcanus, and Volcanus will so politely and gratefully build us our spaceships, as it loves to do. It's just a nice, it's just a nice place like that over there in Volcanus. But beyond that, we still have a lot of stuff we got to put up with, right? We still got a lot of stuff that we got to do. What are these? Rocket silos? Oh, right. I automated some rocket silos, but we don't really care about that. Okay. Yeah, we don't really care at this point. Your first Gleba base transition to entirely imported because bacteria is so bad. Yeah, right. We're trying to use bacteria. I wanted to, right? We worked with the bacteria. We worked to make a functioning system. And I think we have come to the conclusion that a functioning system is booty cheeks. That it sucks. And that it's not really worth it. So with that said, we can get some Tesla towers. I think that'd complement us well. We don't need a ton of them, right? We just want them for their stun effect for the most part. And what I really wish is, and this is a question to the fools, I ask you fools, is there a functional way to tell your inserters to overfill your equipment? By which I mean, is there a way for me, because the problem is these gun turrets could have wiped out the stompers. I think one line would have been good, even with yellow ammo. But because they only have like 9 bullets in them, they only put, 10. Oh, yeah, they only put like 10 inserters into each one instead of 100. What I want is for every one of these guns to have 100 bullets in it, because I'm relying on a pass-through turret system to save resources. But if we can pass bullets directly, we would be much, much, much better off. So that's what I'm asking the crowd. Is there a way that I can do that? Yeah, you can. Yeah, I know you can make Factorio work on Gleba. It requires mass nutrient farms because you need to, like, repeat the nutrient use constantly, and I'm, like, not about that noise. I'm not about that noise, man. You know? I don't think it's worth it. Right, let's grab all of this rot. Here, you can have the Yumiko mash. I'm just gonna burn the rot. Well, I feel demoralized. We're back on Gleba. Back on this miserable planet that we call Gleba. Let me go grab that rocket fuel so we can burn it. I can go grab a lot of rocket fuel to burn, actually. Thinking about a gun with 100 mags get killed. But the thing is, that's what I would have needed to save me. There's no way to get it. I mean, but I lost so much more when the guns were overwhelmed. That's what gets me. Like, I get why it would suck. I get the reasons why it could potentially be miserable. But what I'm saying is we ended up losing far more than a few hundred yellow bullets, because yellow bullets are just made out of iron plates. Those things are free, right? Those things are worthless. So, like, that's whatever. Now, losing red bullets would hurt, because red bullets are a pain in the butt. Red bullets are indeed a pain in the butt. There we go. Yes. What is this thing on the right? Oh, you can overfill it? But it doesn't fill normally? Huh. That's a little odd. Wonder why. Okay, well, as Gleba falls, here we are. Here we are. Why is it? Why are they disappearing? Oh. The inserters were throwing out on those ones. Oopsie. Oopsie, oopsie. Right, because I thought these ones were unnecessary. But right now we do need them to burn it up. Got it. Thank God for the power of rocket fuel, baby. It's so energy dense. Though I bet it is still less efficient than just burning directly, like burning fruit directly, frankly. Okay. Looks like we're doing decent on power now. The steam engines are running again. What is choking them? What is choking them? They aren't running at full power, so they don't have enough steam. And that's because these bad boys simply aren't hot enough. It's going to take a while to turn them on full blast. We have the basic boilers doing their damnedest with rocket fuel, which is really funny, you got to admit. They are doing their job of the backup. But it still hurts. Only solution is logistic chest buffers or a huge belt feed. Yeah, I guess. Oh well, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Alright, let's toss some big builders here so that it keeps building. I toss some tier 2. Okay, well, we can make some of these more efficient, I guess. It's something. Go ahead and shoot down those tier 2 productivities, buddy boy. We'll be needing them. Boy, will we be needing them. Ship down all sorts of things, I guess. And the drones. May as well ship the drones. No reason not to. Alright. How gross, dude. How gross. Alright. Well, we've mostly rebuilt Gleba. How are these guys doing? Yeah, we need to go find eggs again. Because the eggs are gone. Just all the eggs are gone now. Unfortunately. Looks like the nutrient line is running again, so that's good news. So, where's my tank? My tank's up there. Let's go get some eggs. Gleba's the one place where overbuilt defense is not enough. Yeah, because they just run on in. Ugh. Ugh. And power is such a pain on this planet, you know? Such a pain. Looks like we're doing a bit better on the heat exchangers, though. No input fluid. Really? Okay, well, those 3 weren't working. The rest of these are still low temp. Yep. So once those heat exchangers start working, we'll be in a much better place. Check for stomper shells. There were stomper shells. Do these do anything? Are these bad? Do I need to kill these? Oh, no, you just mean that we get eggs from these. Yeah. Yeah, I know we get eggs from these. So, like, it's something. The eggs should auto-deliver to here. Yes. We request maximum pentapod egg stacks. Perfect. Okay, cool. That does solve that. Goody. Good thinking. It makes sense, yeah, that the pentapod shells make eggs specifically for this situation. Yeah, so for now, our plan is to double stack the guns, because doubled guns means doubled damage. As stupid as that is, it is also kind of true. So, you know, fuck it. Good enough. Yeah, so let's... If it's good enough for 1, it's good enough for 2. Bloop. Triple stack on the bottom. And let's build it out on the side just in case. Just in case. There we go. Terrible, ugly, and messy, but it gets the job done. Enough yellow bullets will solve my problems. If I simply bring enough bullets, it will solve the issue. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Whoops. Well, and here we were going to design a cool spaceship. The things you lose in life, you know? The things that opportunity costs you when she comes a-knocking. She comes a-knocking. Are these guys not powered? So they're not. Weird. All right, well, that'll solve that. Okay. This should hopefully be a reasonably better defense. Right? Defense in depth. We'll do for now. It's something we can do that's fast and dirty. At the end, fast and dirty is all I'm good for. Ladies. Wait. Yeah, no. We'll run with that. I think that'll work. I think it's a good plan. Let's drop the rest of the drones. Go ahead and drop all the electric poles, because, like, I may as well. What? Is the Volcanus going to run out of rockets? Might consider blue inserters to pass down the ammo faster. Yeah. We'll have to import them, though. Which I'm fine with doing. But we'll have to import them. That's going to take a while. Oh. Alright. Let's fly this bad boy back to his beloved Volcanus, and he can resupply. He can resupply. Alright, as the drones are going crazy with it. Wow! Why is my power cost so high? I ask, as my entire map is filled with thousands and thousands of drones flying through the air. The power requirements on Gleba are outrageous, I say, like an idiot. I scream at the sky, full knowing how stupid I am being. Okay, why are these here? Can anyone answer that? They don't burn? Do these come with storage pockets? What are these? Why are there 2 slots on the right side of the heat pump? Or the heat stack? It doesn't burn. So, like, why? Why? I don't... Those are trash slots? Well, what does that mean? How do you have trash on a heat pump? It burns everything you put in it. It's so confusing, man. It's just so weird. All right, let's go burn more rocket fuel. I remember the first time we installed the heat stack when I was like, oh, generic, you gotta use them. They're so much better. And I went, fine, I'll put them in. And we immediately had a power down and it cost us like 2 real life hours. Because they just they take so long to get up to power, brother. They take forever. God, they just annihilate. Now, I get the reason they take so long is because what this temp is, it doesn't go down on its own. It's actually just an energy storage, and it's storing freak amounts of energy. Ah, good. These bad boys are actually making steam again. Good. Output. Oh, it's going up. It's going up, by God. Interesting. So it looks like the output is space related because these ones are right next to it. They're outputting right away, but these ones have yet to get up to heat. Fascinating. Okay. Neat. As I stand on the 900C temperature copper bar. Heat pipes are just so energy dense, it takes forever. Yeah, right, as I keep burning, and it's just like, it's not working, sir. My God. Well, like, why are these guys not grabbing anything? How about now? Oh, they grab when I take off the side pump? Very strange. Very strange. Okay, well, I want a couple of you bad boys soaking resources, so let's go ahead and just dump it into these 2 so the other ones can keep burning my delicious fruit mash. Okay. All right. I think Gleba is fine. How are we doing on eggs? Eggs are doing good. We have so many of these suckers that they're doing a-okay. All right, let's upgrade our efficiencies on these ends. And then toss a maxed out speed module into these guys instead. Because they should be able to fit that. Anything in vanilla would use the trash slots and heating towers? Yeah, like, I don't have no idea. The heat physically travels along the pipe. Oh, neat. Neat. That sounds very computation intensive, so I'm surprised they did it. All right, we'll just leave the tank here as a backup laser turret source. An emergency laser turret source. Okay. So they are now cooking eggs at a much, much more reasonable rate. Goody. These guys are making my science. Making my science. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. I think I can go home. Why are you filled with trash? Oh, Static Shock got here. Well, no, I don't want to got to Gleba got here. Right. Right. So this is the place that calls for carbon fiber and calls for spoilage before it leaves. So then I can, on Volcanus, make my rocket turrets, which require tons and tons of carbon fiber. And so that I can make my maxed out efficiency modules, which do require a lot of waste. Granted, I don't need that much waste, because how many efficiency modules do I need realistically? And I tossed quality on them. I don't entirely understand the point of quality yet. It feels like a high level quality farm. So I made some uncommon modules. Okay. Yeah, they're very marginally better. Whoops. The question is, how do I call for better? Okay. Oh, that's how I do it. Okay. Cool. So let's stick the better quality into the quality to make better quality. Yeah, no idea how you get past, like, uncommon, though. Do you need all the base materials to be higher tier? Oh. Most of our fuels that leave behind an item, nuclear fuel cells. Can you put nuclear fuel in a heat pump? Damn, I already flew my nuclear fuel away from Gleba. Otherwise, I would go find out. Let me tell you, I would go test. Gleba only leaves when it needs to unload. Let's change it to also leave after 2 minutes. Cool. All right, let's get the flock out of here. The push chest. This is a push chest. Perfect. Alrighty then. Boop. Can't travel. Oh. Okay. What? Oh. They're handing me stuff. Boop. Okay. Let's go to... I don't want to go to Gleba. We'll fly us back to where Volcanus is, and that's where we need to go. That's the easiest ride to hitch. Okay, so it's only for downloading mods that the heat pumps work that way. That is bizarre that they're even in the game. And it's truly bizarre that the game even bothers to account for that. For a potential mod effect. Weird. All right, what else do we research? Looks like we're mostly capped out on electromagnetic research. So that's cool. But that is a few things to look at, right? That does... I guess we can do the research of better blue production. I'll take 10% more blue. But we have a couple things to make. Since we're flying back to Volcanus, and we can make higher quality ones later when I understand it, but I want a mech armor. So we gotta make the mech armor on Navis. Not hard, or on Fulgora. Not hard to do. I just gotta fly over to Fulgora to do it. Then I can stick in my power armor and we'll upgrade it to a mech armor. Yippee! Yeah, not hard to do. I just gotta do the darn thing. But to raise the chance I have the next tier. So you do have to shove uncommons in to make something better than uncommon. I don't think we're gonna go past uncommon if that's the case. That just sounds like too much freaking effort. Oh no! We do have a rare. So it can't... Oh, that's a big scaling for efficiency modules. Wow, rare's almost twice as good. How about speed? 50, 80. Okay. Speed modules make a difference. I see you. I see you. Okay, that is good stuff. Assuming we get it to work one day. Okay. We'll wait 2 minutes and then it'll fly our booties over. Sounds good. Sounds good. And we'll start eating up all this ice immediately, so there's no need to rush. Cool. Well, I'm glad things are going well, at least. I'm glad it's working out, at least. I think. I hope. Okay. How long did that take? It took an hour. It took an hour for us to save Gleba. Now the drones will handle the rest. The drones and the 100 more random substations I threw down. I don't think all of these are buildable. Oh, they are. They'll get around to it. One of these days. Then we'll have more rocket fuel feeding into this bad boy. It must burn. It's probably going to end up feeding the basic boilers. I'm not going to lie. But that's okay. I think they're like a third as efficient. I don't really care, frankly. Yeah, it looks like these guys can barely keep up. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Oh well. So it is. So it goes. We look at the power consumption. We are good. And the 1,200 solar panels are also doing A-okay. That's a good rooibos. Y'all have any nice drinks lately? It's got that cinnamon rooibos tea. Guy, I've had this tea for a long time now I think about it. I drink tea very slowly. Because I'm a cheapskate and I constantly reuse the same thing. Because I'm such a freaking cheapskate. And it's good. I love it. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Oh. Wait, where's this run? That runs up? Oh. Ah, I see. No wonder the rot never gets cleared. It has to go all the way down the line. Not my best work, but it is functional work. Not the best, I'll admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. I certainly have done a little better in the past, I suppose. Oh well. Alright. Anyways. I want to go to Gleba. Are you flying yet? Oh, I was waiting. I see. I was waiting for some more garbage. You don't need that garbage. You'll get it later. You'll get it later. All right. Cool. All right. So this will fly us over in the nice, calm. Looking at our space station. I think this was good for our first design, but exact recipes use quality materials, and the quality will start at that quality. Oh, okay. The quality becomes rare. Okay. Yeah, so you need 1 million recyclers is what I'm hearing to make quality. A huge waste of time for a small benefit. Not something you actually need in this game. But it's neat if you get it to work. It's one of those things that just isn't actually needed, but it's very cool. Right. So this guy, we have him calling down tungsten plates because I need to start making artillery ammo on the spot. Because we did import a few artillery shells. That's right. That's right. We imported them there artillery. So let's make a small little storage field in the area. This is as good a spot as any. This ought to be fine. Bloop, 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 bloop. that reminds me. We did unlock Spidertron, by the way. We did research Spidertron. I went down here to try to fish. Because I think this is how you fish. I don't know how you fish. I have no fish. Because I can breed fish. But I don't have any fish. You see the problem? I'm fishless. Like, call me a fishless wonder. And they're right, damn it. Why do I have no fish? I can't make Spidertron without fish. Not that I actually need Spidertron for any reason whatsoever. But general quality is best used when you make a lot of something, and yeah, and then you just roll and break it down. Yeah, I get the idea behind how you make quality. It just sounds like it's a lot of setup. It sounds like it's, frankly, kind of a pain in the butt. And I don't really want to do it. Because it's a pain in the butt. I like that efficiency does work. I do like that you can echo out efficiency modules. I don't know if it's worth it because it takes a massive amount of electricity to use a beacon in the first place. But I like the gumption that you can do it. It takes half a megawatt. But hey. Let's just speed these up instead. Toss in some more productivities so that they're a little more efficient. Because that kind of does matter for us. Oh well. He's fine. Okay. Well, Gore's gonna explode. That's fine. We're slowly flying out. But the question is, okay, now we can do what matters. Now we can build a base. Just like we always wanted. Like I always wanted. Let's drop some recyclers off onto Volcanus if we want to do some kind of fancy dancy schmancy setup. We'll have a few recyclers to experiment with later. Beyond that, I think we're good here. We're going to need to design a base. Quality equipment for armor and Spidertrons. Yeah, I know armor would be good, but from what I'm aware, there are no enemies on the next planet. From what I'm aware, AQUILO has no enemies, so I'm really going to go upgrade my armor for the fun of it. We have no actual need for it, right? It doesn't do anything for us. All right, so let's go ahead and build ourselves a spaceship. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a spaceship, everybody. And I think Hell's Winter Warning is where we will build our pattern. So what we have here is your basic spaceship design, right? Is very much your basic spaceship design. Why has Navis not fired up all the material? What? What? Oh, what? You're too good to fire up electric furnaces? I know I have that automated. That's one of the science items. Oh, you're too good to make electric furnaces. Is that it? Oh, I see the problem. You have no bricks anymore. What? Really? We're brickless? We're not bricked up with it anymore? That's our problem? We can't even get bricked up these days? Man, that's rough, man. That's rough, man. Oh, well. The things you do when you can't get bricked up with it, silly style. Okay, well, we just need trains to bring in bricks. They'll do it eventually. The brick train will show up eventually. Oh, well. It's not a big deal. Anyways, this planet is, or Hell's Winter Warning, I think, is what we will use. This is intended to eventually become our next... This space station is going to fly science from AQUILO all the way back to Navis. So that's quite a trip, right? So it's going to need to be very sturdy in order to do that. So with that said, let's go ahead and shred everything. Except for storage. Haha. We keep storage. Okay. So first off, we're probably going to want a little bit more storage. So let's do that. All right. Let's go ahead and fill in these gaps. Okay. So, how do we want to design our ship? First off, we need to consider the grinder. I think we're starting from scratch here. We have previous designs, but we can do better. So, crushers, what do we have? First off, we have advanced crushing. So we do basic crushing, which gives us ore and asteroids back, and we can convert our asteroids into the other kinds. Those are perfectly fine, but we can do better. So, with that in mind, advanced metallic asteroid crushing, that gives back less iron ore. Oh, interesting. It gives copper and iron, but less of each. So, we might not always want to do advanced ore crushing. Good to know. So we get carbon and sulfur, and we get ice and calcite. Why do we need these items? So, with that in mind, the most important thing that we get our hands on are the fuel sources, right? So we can just make coal. We can make coal in space. That's cute. I don't know why we would, but that is cute. So yeah, so ammonia, can't use that yet. Solid fuel from ammonia. Oh, hey. So we take ice and ammonia and we just make solid fuel. And then we melt some for water and make rocket fuel. Okay. So I assume on Navis we'll be making trillions of fuel and burning it for heat at all times. That's fine. What matters though is that in space, yeah, we're going to want advanced thruster fuel. So we can make, oh my god. I understand. You only need to use advanced crushing for if you want the second product. Exactly. But carbon plus calcite, instead of 2 carbon and a little water making 75 fuel, we can use 10 times the water to make 20 times the fuel. 20 times the output. That's more efficient even on the water. Okay, so the calcite goes crazy with it. And thruster oxidizer, we use calcite with iron. Okay, so the calcite is hyper valuable, is what I'm hearing. And how do we make that again? Let's just toss up 3 and 2 so we can see our ratios. Haha. And this is why we're not doing it over Volcanus, because Volcanus, we would be getting hit by asteroids while we do it. We will be importing the completed design to Volcanus. So, calcite and ice are made in the same place, which is great. But we need a lot more ice than we do calcite. I think that's our big struggle. Because we can just melt ice directly into water, which is cool. I think this is as efficient as it gets though, right? So we're going to need massive ice supplies and only a little bit of calcite. And at that point, once we have those supplies, we will need to, well, frankly, we'll need to just be careful and not use too much. So, with that said, our big problem in our current design is sometimes it jams up. Sometimes, wait. Oh, I did my fuckery and I don't want to go to Gleba. Well, I guess we're using I don't want to go to Gleba. Nah, shit. I thought I was using this shit. Okay, well. Whoops! Ahem! Beg your pardon. Whomp! Beg pardon, me lord. I might have fucked up a little. Are there no items on here? Ahem! Let's do it on Hell's Winter Warning. Which I am proud of that name. Wait. Shit. Cargo bays. Where are my cargo bays, my lord? Okay. Let's put all the cargo bays onto one side. One side is all we need. Recommending a bypass for advanced ice asteroids in case you need calcite but belts are full of ice. Yeah, I was thinking we put the calcite on a separate belt than the ice. We're going to need a lot more ice than we need calcite. Thank you, Crawford. That's exactly what I was thinking. So, now that we're here. All right, and let's go ahead and drop the Volcanus. Anyways, so now we're here. Gotta figure out a couple steps here and there. Just a wee couple of steps here and there. You know how it is. Wow, I really kind of fucked this place up. That's fine. They'll figure it out. It'll sit here and I'll give it some time to recover naturally. Can it recover naturally? Did I destroy this place? There are no small asteroids. Ooh, I might have screwed. I don't want to go to Gleba. So how do you fix this? Lasers? Lasers. Yeah. I think we have our answer. Laser guns. Pew pew. Pew pew. We installed deadly lasers on the sides and backs to cook a couple asteroids and get us our starting material. Alright, that'll be good enough, probably. Volcanus makes lasers, right? Right? No, we don't make lasers on Volcanus. I can probably make that real fast. How do we make laser guns? Steel, battery, and green. Oh, yeah, that's easy. Let's do it right here. Easy, easy, easy. Bloop. And a bloop. Grab, grab, grab. Okay, and you need steel and you need batteries. Easy enough. I think we make batteries? Oh, yeah. Oh, we even have uncommon and rare batteries. Why? Why? I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you. Weird. All right, we'll make some laser guns and that'll solve the problem. Haha! Salvaged. We fixed the issue. Worry not, everybody. Worry not. All right, and we need to make them fast. I don't need them to be good. All right, anyways, back to building. Any ammo went into the cargo bay. Oh, I can manually put them into the turrets via logistic requests. Oh! Really? Ah. Not ideal, but it'll do. It'll do. And these things have crazy DPS, so this is kinda all we need. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, goody. Okay, this will solve the issue quite nicely. Thank you, fools. Very helpful. Yeah, this is one of those things. Normally, I'm like, I'll figure it out, but this is one of those, like, I can't figure this out. This makes no intuitive sense. There's no intuitive rhyme or reason. Please help. I am going to die. Haha. Then we fill it with batteries just cause. All right. Well, Candace says batteries, right? Yeah, we make batteries here. Okay. Goody. Enjoy the trip, Volcanus, as the rockets fly 1,000,000 miles. And I would fly 1,000,000 miles. I would fly 1,000,000 more. Just, I don't know the rest of that song. I don't know like almost any songs, honestly. That's something which I would almost say I'm a little like, I like the idea of music. Boy, does that sound weird. I like music, I just don't know any. I know some, I just don't know any well enough to be like, yeah, music, yeah. All right. So what do we need for planning, right? What matters most is we need to plan out ammo production. We need to plan out fuel production. You get both of those, you win. But that's going to be quite messy to figure out. First off, we're going to need, so let's remove auto-requesting material. Because I want to make things, but I don't want to have to actually design it here. I want to use our old design for this to fly it to Volcanus. Asteroids can sometimes drift in from the side and rarely. It's... I found that I needed it. We were getting hit. We were getting hit on the top and sides, so that's why we surrounded the entire thing with guns. It was necessary at the end of the day. It ended up being needed. Where were we? All right. So, first off, I think we need to expand the footprint of the brick. Right? The question is, do we widen it? Or do we make it taller? Right? Width or... Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I don't know why I did that. So, let's design what we need and we'll just figure the rest out as we go. We'll figure the rest out as we go. So, we're going to want a lot of copper and iron. But what do we need them for? So if we plop down, we plop down our bad boys here to make ammo, right? We're going to want rockets, not just bullets this time. We'll use some bullets, but to fly, we're going to be using rocket turrets. That means we need missiles, ideally with some guns on the backup. That way, if anything small gets past the rockets, we can have the guns take them out, and the guns defend our sides. So, yeah. So from there, we have explosives and iron plates. How do we make explosives? Coal, sulfur, and water. So that's why we need to make coal. If I want to fuel rockets, we need coal synthesis, which is carbon. We'll be making a lot of that. Sulfur, we'll be making a lot of that. And water. Right. Well, we'll be making calcite and carbon in bulk anyways. Well, wait, hold on. Yeah, so carbon and sulfur are a twofer. As we make carbon, we'll end up making extra sulfur, and a lot of that we'll want to turn into coal. The problem is we can't box anything, right? We cannot box things on the space station, which is so annoying because it makes no freaking sense. But that's how it is. It's simply not allowed. Yeah, rockets for breaking up big asteroids. Yeah, that's why we're putting rockets on front. but the guns still need to cover our signs. So we still need guns. The guns with, honestly, we could consider, like, making a basic ammo is literally just iron plates that we throw at things. Very, very, not even cheap. It's free. Basically free. To upgrade to piercing rounds, we could use copper and steel and get a bullet that does twice the damage. Is that worth it? Oh, thanks for the follow, Blinding Light Live. Have a nice evening or morning. Rocket turret should avoid big asteroids and guns should target medium and small. Oh, those are different. Good to know. That makes sense. So yeah, we only really need a few rocket turrets. And they have a really big range, don't they? All right, anyways, guns, we've seen that they, even with basic bullets, they will annihilate medium asteroids. I don't think there's a need for red ammo. So if there's no need for red ammo, we don't need copper. That's good. That simplifies our design quite a bit. Because, you know, if we do copper, we need steel as well, and we're going to need a lot more space on the spaceship. Yeah, red ammo's not worth it. I'm trying to win the game because we use copper for rail guns. Makes sense. Yeah. So at the moment, I don't think it's worth it, right? Just for our defense, we may as well run yellow ammo. So we're running yellow ammo and yellow rockets. There's no point in using explosive rockets. Why would I want AoE in space? Yellow rockets do more damage. This is very intense music, Factorio. I'm building a spaceship. Thank you. Okay. So the iron plates are doing okay. Who's missing? Ah, I see. I think. What? What do you mean you're missing quality 1 to get quality 2? It's right there. Your quality is there. Reach out. Take it. Why are they not grabbing it? Eh? I don't... Grab the quality, damn you. Just grab it with your big grabby hands. Weird. Why are they... Why are you not grabbing speed modules? They're right there. I see them. Those are speed 1s. What is going on with my constructors? Why they know the speed? Why know the speed? That's weird. What's going on with these guys? What the fuck? Oh, so the old grabbers were just no good, huh? Fucking okay. I guess we'll tear them up and build new ones. Okay. Sure. Why not? Yeah. Why not? All right, whatever, man. I'm over it. All right. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. That's the weirdest problem. Okay. Anyways, I was just like, why are we not getting our thingies? So anyways, we need rocket production, which means explosive production. To get explosive production, we're going to need... Don't autosave on me. I'm looking at things, please. No, Mom, I can't autosave. I can't autosave. It's an online game. Where are my explosives? Do I have to make them here? I do. Okay. So we're going to need more, yet more water. As always, water is going to be an extremely vital resource. I think we're going to want an entire pool dedicated for the making of water. So, with that in mind, we're also going to want to double our cargo. I think we double or maybe triple the cargo bay size just to have it. Just to have it. It's easier than not. Also have a crusher feed directly to a coal plant and explosive plant. Oh. That's good to know. The 5 carbon 2 sulfur you get from advanced crushing makes 1 coal, and then combines the coal with the remaining sulfur to make explosives. Fascinating. So yeah, normally I'm like, oh, let me figure it out, but that is actually good to know. So if I take one of these, I can feed him into this, and I can feed him into this. Yeah, so what is he, how much does he make? Yep, 5 and 2. And you take 1 and 5. And you take... Wait. Oh, I see. So you do it like this. And then you feed like that. Fascinating. Okay. That makes sense. And then you grab water from like down here. That makes sense. Sure. Sure. Cool. That'll make it a lot easier. Right. Anyways, so that's good. So we'll do our explosives like so. And we need to make... The question is, how many missiles do we need? Realistically, do we need a lot of missiles? Usually make separate ice crushers and chem plants for everything. I mean, if you join it, it should be easier from a design perspective. One would think, right? You just need a giant super water producer. In theory. So, really, so what we do is, first off, let's go ahead and just combine the side out like this. Let's just do this. Okay. Right, so bloop, bloop, bloop. So what I'm doing is we're just going to make this, because, you know, we're doing the design. I want a lot of cargo space, because the more cargo space, the easier it is to make supply runs, because you just, you know, you have a ton of room, and we can just carry more stuff as needed and carry it out as needed. There's no need, haha, to make things smaller. So, hey, does this take up too much room? That's okay. We just whop it up like that. And you're good to go. Whap. Cool. All right. So we do that on the design. We can keep our coal crushers for the advanced crushitude in it. And that'll make our explosives. So this makes 0.5 a second. Rockets eat up 3.1 a second. So if we want this to work well, we're going to need quite a few of these for this guy. And we're going to need a lot of iron, but we don't need copper. Okay. So I got a plan. So we will need water. We will need water for the coal. We'll need water for making just about everything for our fuel. Let's go ahead. Let's cut all of these and put them over here so we can keep the designs to look at later, right? Yeah. So, water, we're going to want to run a lot of. How much do we get? 20 a second. But we see that the advanced fuel production rates for water use like 100. Yeah, they use like 100. So we want to go really hard on water production, just just so we don't have to worry about it ever again. Now, what's the best way to do it? If we do water down here, let's give it a little bit of space. We can be spacious because we're designing this in a way that we have room to not care anymore. And we know that we're designing it in a way where we can, well, frankly, we can afford to be a bit messy, right? Yeah. We can afford to be a bit messy. So this is good. Is this enough water? Am I going to throw speed modules? Is this unnecessary? Do I care? No. No, not at all. So this is indeed what we're going to run. Get rid of one and be symmetrical, though. A symmetrical 10? Oh. I'm not made out of stone. Okay, I am, but you know what I mean. Rescue in space platform autofill selects the platform. Oh, neat. I didn't know that. Probably way too much ice melters. I think it's fine. I think it'll do fine. So, bam, we'll take that. Make a little loop of ice melters. So the question is, how do we feed it? And I'm thinking, so if we want to feed that much ice, we're going to need to go ham, right? We're going to need a lot of water crushers, but we also need calcite. Therein lies the challenge. So for our calcite crushers, and I'm going to expand out the sides so as to not need to worry about this. So in other words, we need enough space for quite a few things. That's what, one, two, three. Let's move this up one more. Like this. We'll do some calcite crushers. We'll do like... Because we need a lot more ice than we need anything else, right? We need a lot more pure ice, and we don't actually need that much calcite. We actually need very little raw calcite. So maybe like two... Well, in fact, what we can do is... I think I'm thinking too old school. I think I'm thinking too old school in my design. Yeah, because I want a single input belt, because I feel like that's just so much easier to have a single input belt. But yeah, so if we do it this way, then we can do another 4 that are pure ice. All they do is they make ice for us. Perfect. Maybe a second ice crusher if I'm going to use nuclear power. We are going to use nuclear power. Fun fact. So yeah, we're going to go with this actually for our plan. So we will have that, and we will have these for that. So these guys are going to grab our calcite. Where is it? Calcite, calcite. And it is true that if we have calcite, we can use foundries. At least I think. Hold on. What do foundries take? Foundries. What could I use these for? I don't think there's actually as much as you would think. No, not really. Oh, right. Yeah, I can combine the iron ore of calcite and get way more molten iron. Ooh. Ooh, wait. Oh, shit. Yeah, if I use calcite, we could get molten iron going. Oh, we could get molten iron going to just cast the iron plates in the steel directly. Ooh, that's hot. Wait, hold on. That might be cooking. That might be cooking. I'm kinda... Ooh, I'm kinda liking the sound of that. I'm kinda liking the sound of that, actually. Boundary is not necessary. Ah, it's not about need. It's about desire. Desire. Oh, desire. All right. So that means we can cut over like so. Cut. Do I want space up here? Let's go ahead and make sure we keep some space up here. I don't mind making the spaceship extra large, because now that we have Volcanus, I don't need to obsessively save on room anymore. Which just means we can really do so much more wackiness with our setup, right? So much more wackiness. So, at this point, our calcite then goes down. Down, down, do, 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 do. Cause Bellin, we're going down swinging. All right. Then we link a bunch of tanks up. How many tanks, you say? Well, I do like the symmetry. I do like that. That's probably too many fucking tanks. Let's do 5 tanks of water storage, just to, you know, nice and stored. Then this is part of the reason I'm doing this, is I want that long-term viability. I want things to be ready for the long term when we escape the solar system. Let's just do that design now. Anyways, so with that said, we have the ice crushers ready. And we have the calcite ready. Good. Good, good, good. So, what else do we need? We need carbon and iron crushers. Now, we're crushing iron directly, and we could feed it into a foundry, because we already have a calcite line. And of course, speaking of which, that reminds me, I was going to do tier 3 productivity modules. I've realized we kind of can't. You know what I mean? I've realized doesn't really work, unfortunately. Tragically, doesn't really work. Oh well. Do. All right. We are going to need inserters and exserters. But the exporters need to only grab the meteors, or the exporters only grab the ice. We'll do these one at a time. Make sure we do it right. You know what I mean? Last thing we want to do is mess something up. Okay. And these will go down. For now. Right. So, I can just spam electric furnaces for iron. I mean, probably. But we already have the calcite. It would be messy, though. It would be messy. I don't like messy. So that is a good point there. Okay. So, now we have water. I think we split both sides to make each of the fuels, right? So what do I need for the fuels? I need one side of iron and one side with carbon. Right. Okay. So on that point, we need to start making our iron and carbon forges, which kind of makes sense to do as like wings almost. We could give this thing wings. That might be fun. Make a little wing design. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Because we'll need, I mean, we'll just backfill, make the copper somewhere elsewhere. So it's not like it's a big deal. But we got this here. So first off, so we're going to need we know we will need to bring in the items, right? And for fuel, I'm thinking we do like 3 of each. Because they make like what, 1,500, right? They make insane bonkers amounts of fuel when you make them. So it'll be fine. They just all need that ever important, that vital, beautiful substance. Oh, water. Why did I do that? Boop, 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 boop. Ah, boop, 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 boop. Okay. So we could import lines into here. That's why I'm trying to leave space to be able to do that, realistically. Yeah, that should be good. Trying to leave space to be able to import both calcite and carbon. So the calcite, speaking of which, will need to come in. It will need to make its way in. Like so. Like so. Cool. Okay. How do we do this? We do it like this? I mean, I could. Not great. It's, not exactly ideal, is it? To take... Shift these down. It'll work. I don't like that. I don't really like that. I don't like that I have to do it. Do we want the other side to be iron, and we want the side to be copper? Actually, it's probably easier to bring the iron and the carbon in. You know what I mean? In fact, it's almost certainly easier to just import them in. Yeah, probably. All right, we'll do it this way. It's fine. All we really need is the calcite in the middle. That'll be fine. That'll make enough of their given resource down here. Cool. And we will need water because we are using nuclear fuel for this. We will be nuking it up, baby. Okay. So, with that in mind, we have a lot of space. In fact, a lot more space than we used to. We will need some solar panels, so we'll plan. I mean, it's good to have them, even if they're not the strongest thing in the world. We will want a small little wrapping, so to say, of solar panels. You know, just something. just a little something. At least until we get the nuclear fuel online. Because that's going to have to happen. We're going to need power until we do that. So this will be fine. And they're pretty good at space until you fly far out. Oh, okay. So we got all this. We will have the calcite. Cool. Cool. And we will have the ice. Are we going to have any issues? Looking at this, are we going to have issues? Is it simpler to make the chemical plants be one tile further? Would that work? I don't know if it would. That's fine. What we got works. Okay. So we now need the carbon processing area. And the carbon processing node will then be on the left side accordingly. And will be our explosives production factory. So we're going to want how many explosives productions are we going to want, right? Okay. think the answer is quite a few. And we'll have a dedicated carbon production for this, because that's all it needs, right? All it needs is carbon. But explosives can be on its own side. So with that said, we will have an explosives line like this. I don't know. Is 6 explosives too many? I don't know if it is, to be honest. In fact, it might not be enough. All right, let's arrange our explosive setup a little better. If we do it on the side, we can have it. Oh, because we need water. Need water for both sides. Right. Okay. So it's easiest if we do it like this. Yes. So we will do our explosives production like so. With this one being, boom, explosives. Perfect. That means I have a water line. So let's go ahead. Let's take this and we will want a small spattering of these here. Why not? 1. Ooh, let's be very careful of that drag pattern. Oh, 1. 1. A 2. A 3. And a 4. Do we do a 5? And a 5. Is 5 enough? Once we jam speed into these, probably, because this explosive, the only purpose of this is to move it to the iron ore and pump out some missiles. And the missiles, actually, we do want the missiles rather high up. I don't think we need them in the backside. So we could actually move this to like up here, right? Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. Then we have to do the on and off ramps. So my thought at the moment is we're going to set it so, because I need to think of a way that we cannot jam. We need a way that it auto balances how much material is used and makes damn sure it doesn't jam up. Now, when there's only 1 or 2 spaceships, could I unjam it manually? Sure. But I think we should enjoy the challenge of preventing a jam, of getting too much of one or the other type of inserter. And how do we take our explosives off? Obviously, we don't want it on the exact same line. We do not want it ending up on the exact same line as our material, as our asteroids. So we'll figure that out later. Beyond that, at the moment, we got plenty to look at. We got that. We will then also want, since we're already here, we will want a carbon line. And what do these bad boys do? They make carbon. And that's it. Just carbon. Oh, that's probably too much. Let's do 4. And they'll be likewise pretty much the same for the same reasons. And they'll all be linked because it's one big carbon line. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll have a central belt that connects absolutely all of these guys, right? Central belt that connects all of the asteroids as we go around and just distributes as necessary and keeps it running for an eventual disposal or a count system or something. Like, I know there's some kind of... there's like belt... Yeah. Here we go. Selector combinator, decider combinator, arithmetic combinator. I don't know how any of these things work. There we go. The display panel. I think it's the display panel. Like, if it's too full, it starts chucking. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not entirely certain how it works. Oh well. It's fine. Right. But I think we need to change this actually. Yeah. I think we actually do want them. I think it is better we're doing it here, huh? I think we do want them, the carbon producers, to actually be over here. Yeah. So what I need is I need something to output carbon, which I didn't think about, right? Because we also need to pull out the actual carbon and put it on the line. Very important. Because these bad boys then go this way. And we blow them out. Like so. Like so. And down. Damn it. Like so. We'll just keep doing this. We're going to be here a while, okay? That's just how it's going to be, I think. Miss thanks. All right. So, do we want to loop this? I mean, we could. There's really a point. I just like the aesthetic. I like the spinning. What can I say? I like the spinning. All right. So, yeah, there's no reason to do that, though. Realistically. Okay. So that means carbon is solved, right? Carbon is solved. We do need water up here. So we now need to do this into this. And we need to link the water like that. So that'll fix that end. Gross. But it solves that. So now we need iron. We're going to need... I'm thinking we actually do multiple areas with iron, because iron is very simple. Like, in truth, iron is remarkably simple. All I need to do is we already have a line here. Let's give it a couple units of space in case I want to do something. In fact, let's make it 3 units of space. And these guys, all they need to do is make iron. In fact, I don't even need... I think I need 2. How much iron am I using? 0.2? Almost none. So we'll be good with just 2, I think. You might think, generic, aren't you making 4 things of carbon? Yeah, you're right. We'll do 3 iron. We'll do 3 carbon, 3 iron. I think that's reasonable. I think that makes sense. All right. So iron does not need to be longwise. We can keep it in this shape. As we will bloop, and instead of iron, you will pull out iron. There we go. That reminds me. That reminds me we have to set the rest of these bad boys as well. Because these need to only pull iron ore, or we're in for a bad time. We are in for a time you might call most horrendous. This is an ice puller. Oopsie. Okay. There we go. And these are carbon pullers. Well, no. Wait. No, these are good. These are carbon pullers. Figured it out. The last minute. Okay. Well, that's good. These are explosives pullers. Gotta mark everything, because if something goes wrong, it's horrifying. And a big pain in the butt to fix. Big pain in the butt. Okay. That's the carbon line. Now, we are then running our iron line, like so. And we can just run it all in a big super loop, right? That's the plan. We're running it all in a big super loop. I'm going to run more than one iron loop. I don't see a reason not to. So since we need 1, 2, 3, we go to here and up. There we go. Cool. So we have both of these tanks finished. We're going to dump a tank here. We're going to dump a tank here. Perfect. We're going to want a few more storage tanks. In fact, why don't we just do the storage right here? So that I don't have to think about it any longer. I think that sounds swell. I think that's a grand idea. And we're going to want to be able to store quite a bit of fuel. Quite a bit. And if we're not using this space for anything else, why not just store it here? Is that going to be enough fuel for a kilo trips? Probably fine. Circuit networks are complicated to explain if I know experience. Yeah, I'm sure I could figure it out. It's just digital logic. It's not that complex, but it would be a pain in the butt. I understand. So yeah, let's just avoid it if we don't have to. Aha! Can I do that? Behold, playing with fire. They don't touch. They are separate networks, but boy, does it look spooky. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'll give us a lot of storage. So was that 1, 2, that's 9. This one is at 9. There we go. Perfect. Let's do it like that. Perfect. Okay. Nice and stored. Right. So each of these will need to come out, and they will on their own lean to our jet system, and we'll just reuse our jet system because I've already figured out how to correctly weave this. So why would I not just reuse it over and over, right? Yeah. All right. Boy, this is gonna be a lot. This is gonna be a lot of ship designing, huh? Good. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. So I wish I had tier 3 productivity modules for this. But to do that, I would need to go capture a biter nest and shoot bioflux at it, and that sounds like a pain in my ass. I don't really feel like it. That's it. That's my reason. I just don't want to take that extra step. Let's go ahead and keep researching epic quality. It's going to take a while, but I figure we should do it. I figure we may as well do... Oh, I never bothered to make stack inserters. Right, because they're kind of a pain. No, I could make those. Gleba! You want to make some stack inserters? Hey, Gleba. You want to make an inserter? Why do we not get any? Oh, it's because it's too hungry. It's because this Gleban soil fucking sucks. Can't harvest enough. Ooh. No, it's jammed up somewhere? What the? What the? What is this? What is this? Oh, that's no good. Well, that will do it. There we go. All right, that should help. All right. Anyways, we'll do stack inserters later. How if I do it now, though? If I just do it now, I mean, all you gotta do is slomp. Grab some of that jelly over there. Once it gets running in proper speed, we'll have plenty. Because it's jelly, and that's just how it works, baby. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. Stack inserters will change your life. Yeah, I know they're good. We've just never had the time to make the darn things. Also, they're... I don't know, they're such a pain in the butt. They're such a pain in the butt. All right. So what do we need? Blue, carbon, bulk. Easy enough. Easy enough. Let's go for 10 stacks of blue. Let's call for 10 stacks of carbon and 10 stacks of green inserters. All right, good enough. And that'll fill her up. Okay, done. And so I was like, we'll just do it now. We'll just do it now. Do these things benefit from quality? Oh, they spin faster? Yeah, whatever. I understand that's actually a big deal in terms of productivity. But like, whatever, man. Whoops. Speed! Give me speed! I don't want more than one. All right, good enough. Okay, anyways, where were we? Right, building things. So we got all that running. The water's working. Our fuel system is complete. Now, what do we need? Now we need to build not just fuel. We're going to want to build an ammo depot. I suppose reasonably the ammo depot should be on the left side because that's where our explosives are. But it feels kind of bad. I kinda want how to say increase fuel limits for insane environments. Yeah, that's what I figure. I'm kind of thinking I want iron. Right? We want bullet. I need bullet and I need rocket. We can get rid of this because we're done with that. Done with that. We're done with that. We're done with these. And we're done with these. So we want iron to make rockets and bullet. We don't need good bullet. We just need a ton of iron and a ton of explosive. Realistically, that does mean we do it over here, at least for the rocket production. And now we could separate our bullet and our rocket production. I think that makes sense. The east side can become copper for superior bullets at a later date. We do want them in separate directions anyways. So that definitely works. That definitely works. Okay. Let's go like boop, 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 boop. Perfect. Okay. So, carrying on our theme, we'll grab some more iron grabbers right on down here. Just so. We'll want a lot of them because we need a lot of iron, right? We will want a lot and lot of iron. And asking generic, how exactly are we getting this belt to be full of asteroid grabber goodness? We'll figure that out at the end, right? These are inner layers. They don't have to be a perfect round loop. We just need to get to them at some point. Now, with that said, we are filled up. These will pull like that. Do we just put them in furnaces or do I bother with a foundry? The foundry is really funny. The foundry is really funny, and we do have the calcite needed. So it's tempting. Don't get me wrong, it's highly tempting to start dropping molten iron ore. In fact, and then we could pour the plates directly and also the casting steel directly for later stuff. I don't think it's necessary. Also, foundries require an ungodly amount of power. Well, If I put it here, right? I could put it here. Cut my silly storage tanks. Move those up a little. That's totally fine. Because we already have the calcite down here. Yes. Devilishly delightful, generic. Sorry. Delightfully devilish. I always say devilishly delightful. Why do I get it? Why do I keep saying it wrong? Why do I always say it wrong, generic? Why do you do that? All right, so I'm actually going to want a pair of foundries. One for iron, one for copper. like that. Yep, so one for making molten iron, one for making molten copper. Do we need the molten copper? No. Who am I kidding? Another for molten iron. So we'll make the 2 molten iron outputs like so. Then this will go boop, boop, boop. We will tap it here and here. Boop. Okay. And now we have the pipe. We have the iron pipe. Perfect. Cool. How much iron does that give us? 95, which we can then pour out as needed into making iron plates in bulk. Hell yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? It's already here. It's already here. I'm telling you, this is how we build a good old spaceship. Will we be laying pipe? Oh, I'm always laying pipe. Unfortunately, it's very low quality, I regret to inform you. Famously low quality copper pipe by yours truly, Lord Generic. But it's fine. If anyone complains, you bought the pipe. It's on you. Lol Lamau. This is our official stance here as Lord Generic. Okay. So I like that. So I don't really need this. I don't really need this at this point. So that's nice. That lets us take this molten iron to like here. And then we can have a, well, the explosives are up there. So let's lay our foundries here. Yeah. Let's have a couple foundries casting iron plates. In fact, I only really need the one. Realistically, we need one. Yeah. That's all I need. Then he will output to here. Because we will have... Right. There we go. That. Okay. That means we'll have... There we go. Yep. Good to go on that side. So that'll give us our explosives and our plates. So now I need a line of producers, which sit right here. How many do I want to make rockets? The question is, how many rockets do we need? Right? How many rockets do we need? Each one uses 0.31, whereas this makes 0.5. So I can support nearly twice as many. So I have 5 units of production. Pardon me. So let's go ahead and make 8 rocket producing units. Nice. Nice numbers, you know? I think that'll do. And bam, there's our rockets. What are we doing with them? Who knows? You know, you're asking a lot of questions and starting to make me ask some questions about your questions. What is the loneliest number? That's ridiculous. The loneliest number is actually... It's actually 7. There's no joke. It's just a deeply lonely number. It's really kind of a tragedy if you think about it. Okay. So we got all of that. We got this storage. We got this storage set up. Give them just a little more fuel tankitude. How else do we want to do this? We got our iron set up. We got our molten iron set up. Now for that, we're making these. Now, I do know that this thing makes a freak number of... Well, I guess if we're doing this, I guess we just make our bullets here too, huh? Yeah, I guess we just make our bullets here too. Because we can do basically the same thing. Basically the same done thing. Got that. Fill that, fill that, fill that. Now I do know that we're going to want a lot of bullets, right? I assume it's nasty out there. And if it's nasty, we want bullets to match their schnastiness. And we're using basic ammo, which while you might think, oh, isn't that kind of bad? Well, it's honestly, in my opinion, it's totally fine to use basic ammo because we're just going to have a ton of it, right? And we got tier 4 belts, so it carries tons of ammo super fast. So there's our ammo in addition. Maybe we'll carry this up as well. Everything will flow up in the current design. All right. So there we go. That gives us ammo, rockets, tons of water, fuel of both types. What else do we need? Well, we need power. We need electricity, baby. We got that electricity. So we'll have a small fleet of solar panels, as you see here. Is this going to be enough solar panels for whatever we're doing? Certainly not. Certainly not. So the question is, at this point, what do we burn? We could use nuclear, or I could convert some of this water, right? We have all of this water we're making. I can turn water directly into steam with steam condensation. Or sorry, no, that's steam. Never mind. Ahem. We can boil the water, right? So we have all the water. We could use heat towers. I could make another set of coal producers, right? We could take another set of coal production, or more likely just use carbon. So what is coal? Coal is 4 megajoules, whereas a piece of carbon is 2 megajoules. Oh, really? Coal's only twice as good? Oh, yeah, nah. So we just burn carbon. So I could have another set of these producing carbon directly for the sole purpose of burning. Is that worth it? I don't know. I don't know, quite simply. What I do know is we do want a series of recyclers right here. And each of these is going to be a recycling set. And these can recycle on and off just fine. So these will serve a purpose, which is mostly wherever we hit the end of our line, once we do a full loop, I want these to start crunching down our ore to redistribute. I don't know how they'll redistribute. In fact, I think they should be on the top side, because right now we are flowing down. Right. We'll put them there. So we'll figure those out later. Because the last thing I want is for us to jam up into nothingness. That sucks, dude. That sucks. I want us to jam up. I considered having these things offline, but it's easier this way. It probably is. Realistically. And managing 1 or 2 ships is, by hand, trivial. So, anyways, we could have a heat pump. We could just use heat towers and burn carbon, or we go nuclear with it. The advantage of nuclear is on Navis, I already have Scientifically speaking, a shitload of nuclear fuel. Scientifically speaking, I got a lot. A lot. A lot. All right, we're not going to need these laser turrets after all. Thank God. All they do is... What? Why are laser turrets only good on Gleba? They're very good on Gleba, don't get me wrong. But they're only good on Gleba. And that drives me absolutely batty. Alright. What is this guy doing? I don't want to go to Gleba. What was your old job? What was your purpose in life? Do tell. Hold on. Static Shock was peak cartoons, is our green science. Space is cool is our Fulgoran science. How's Fulgora doing on the science front? They're doing pretty damn good. They're doing pretty dang good, so I'm not even worried. Okay. Oh, wait. Space is cool. Why are you slow? Oh, because you're waiting on something? No, you're just out of fuel. Got it. Because you're jammed up. Of course you are. Of course you are. They're always jammed up. See, this is the problem with the old design. It jams up when I don't look at it. That's why we got to fix it. I tire of this place, these biters. What do? You are red science. So I don't want to go to Gleba. Your purpose, of course. Of course. Now we remember. Your purpose is to transport material. Why did your section go away? What did I do to you? I really messed this lad up good, huh? Okay. So you're going to call in from Volcanus full stacks of each of the vital mats. We got to fix this guy. 400 stacks of fuel and 1,000 stacks of that. Right. But in return, from Gleba, you call for a bunch of... We'll call for 500 spoilage. You're going to call for 1,000 carbon fibers. And now that you're here, I want you to call for stack inserters. 500 of the suckers. Volcanus, for their measure, will then call in the stack inserters. Ho ho! Oh ho! There we go. Perfect. Oh, that'll be good there. And you'll go between Volcanus and Gleba. I could have sworn I had a place that did this. I guess I deleted it on accident. That feels kind of bad, but so it is, I suppose. Item count. Item count. So you will only fly out when your cargoes have reached the necessary values. Do 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 da 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 da. Da, 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 da. So only when item counts are greater than your need, which is 1,000. Ooh, that's too much. 1,000. 1,000. And 500 rocket fuel. Because they make their own. Or... That's the wrong one. Or... Time has passed. Not 2 minutes. Let's say like 600 seconds have passed. 5 minutes. 5 minutes have passed. There we go. All right. So, and only leave once you're full of tasty carbon fiber, tasty spoilage, and tasty fancy grabbers. Oh, yeah. All right, I think that's reasonable. Okay. We'll let him... Well, he's kind of good at the moment, so... May as well have him fly out. Alright, get out of here. I don't want to go to Gleba. We fixed you. Anyways, back to our design. Alright. So we have all of these, which are good. We have the iron solved. We have this iron solved. Honestly, doing it this way, I think, is very much worth the effort. I really, really do. It is going to get us a ridiculous amount of more power. And that I am happy for. Now, we do want to manage power consumption, though. But where and when is the question? Where and when? Alright. We're doing okay there. How are we doing on this set? We have our speed modules, and we have our efficiency. Now, we do have tier 3 efficiency. Tier 3 speed is slow. Why are you slow? What are you missing? Why? Why did all of these stop grabbing their modules? I don't know. They just stopped. They just got tired of it. And you know what happens when the grabbers unionize? Fools, you know what happens when you try to unionize on me? I'm not going to hesitate. I'm going to call in. I'm going to call in the cops. We're going to club you. The cops happen to fly because they're drones now. It's 2025. We call in drones on you. What the fuck? Grab the stupid modules. You stupid grabber motherfuckers. Why? Why? They're right there. Is it because they're special quality? Is there a way to make it so they don't care about the quality? Oh my god, they just don't care sometimes. I don't understand. I fail to comprehend the trials and tribulations. It is that they're different quality. Does that matter? Can it only fit one quality at a time? That's very annoying. That's rather maddening, in fact. All right. Maybe I'm over quality. All right, maybe, yeah, just for ease of design. Just for ease of design. Maybe we go back to fill in these guys with speed. Apparently, that's how it's going to be. Who's getting killed? Forgora? Cool, don't care. Ah, y'all having fun, fools? Because, welcome to what you paid. Welcome to what you paid for, buddy. This is it. This is the ride. This is as good as it gets, let me tell you, son. Yeah, so we experimented with quality, and apparently it gums things up. If you start gumming up the operation, I am throwing you out. I'm throwing you out. I'm saying nasty things about you at the parent-teacher conference, and, well, that's just how it's going to be. That's just how it's going to be, you know? Sometimes it do be that way. All right, well, good enough. All right. Seriously, why are you not... You just won't? We just gotta do this? Okay. Okay. So it goes. All right, anyways, back to design. So, we're good except for power. So we could burn a lot of carbon. We could just burn a crap load of carbon into heat towers. On one hand, it means no need for nuclear. Yippee. On the other hand, nuclear is pretty easy, right? Realistically, nuclear burns forever. And that's pretty great. Now, with that said, I'm of mind, what if I pursue a wiser choice? What'd you miss? I had to fix things. What if we pursued a wiser choice? I know it can be done. It can be done. What if on this side we went... Oh, wait, hold on. No, I just didn't grab that. We went and we made some carbon producers, right? Let's change these to be more space efficient. Let's make like 5 carbon producers. Maybe more. Maybe 8. 8 carbon producers. Right. And then they'll pull out that tasty carbon and we'll just burn it. We'll just burn it. So why settle in our good design for a durable spaceship that can handle anything? We are going to Star Trek Voyager this spaceship. And with that in mind, it would be foolish of us, truly, to do anything less than to be overly cautious, right? So, since we're going to Star Trek Voyager, this poor sucker, and stick him into the worst Star Trek show of all. Okay, they're probably debate now. I've not seen any of the new Star Treks. I'm an old Trek fan. I watched the old ones. Heating tower can't be built on the surface. The pressure is too low. Oh, really? Shit. All right. Well, there goes that plan. Nuclear it is. Nuclear it is. All right. How do I get nuclear fuel? Wait. Because I imported the nuclear fuel. I guess I just have to manually put it into the nuclear facility? Ah. So you have to go really manual to run nuclear on a space station, don't you? So we're going to want a lot of solar panels. Even if they're providing very little power, we're still going to want the suckers. Interesting. Okay. That's fine. It's not like a problem. Honestly, it's totally fine. Okay. Cool. Anyways, nuclear time. Now, the good news with nuclear is these suckers put out a lot of heat. Crazy amount of heat. In fact, back on Navis, I still have a few other plants. Don't worry about those. What matters is that our 4 nuclear plants put out enough heat to power... Good God. That's it. Enough to power a good God number of steam turbines. I don't think we need this many. The problem is nuclear facilities get more efficient the more nuclear facilities they're next to. So how many do we want, right? So if we look at the nuclear plant, the nuclear, you prefer nuclear or nuclear? You look at how it's spelled, it should be nuclear rather than nuclear. You can put the reactor in the space hub, insert the fuel cells. Yeah. Oh, I can put by the space hub. Ah, I see. I see. Interesting. Okay. Anyways, so if we can do the space hub, that might work better. Oh, because we could stick it out the side pretty easily. Yeah. Let's do it that way. Let's put nuclear power here then. But again, our problem with nuclear power is if I do 4, it powers this much. Which is probably a bit too much. What is this? 12 by 3, 6, 9, 12, 15? Good God. 12 by 15? I don't think we need that much. How about 2? Well, I don't know. I imported 10. I put 10 on my ship for reasons. You know how it is. If we do it this way, we will have maximum power. The problem is that they eat up more fuel at all times. So we're going to eat up 4 times the fuel. If I put 2 down, we'll have a lesser bonus. Yeah, you usually ran ships with 2 reactors and enough turbines. That's what I was thinking. I don't think we need that many reactors. So let's go with 2. Let's go with 2. Which means I can plop them here, and they can sit right here, filtering out, grabbing specifically the nuclear fuel. Nuclear fuel rods. Nuclear fuel. So, fun nuclear fact of the day. Here's your random lore generic fact of the day. Nuclear fuel isn't really that dangerous. Now you're thinking, generic, are you saying nuclear fuel is safe? No. It's just not that dangerous. It's not hard to handle. Every competent nuclear design, nuclear fuel storage, and nuclear fuel waste basically doesn't matter. The only reason it was a concern in the past is because, frankly, people were really incompetent and didn't know how to properly care for nuclear facilities. And more importantly, it wasn't just that they didn't know how to care for nuclear facilities. Let's be honest, it's that they didn't care to care for nuclear facilities. It's not that they couldn't have, it's that they just didn't care at the end of the day. So, with that in mind, all I'm saying is nuclear's pretty cool stuff. Don't give in to the fear. That's it. Have a nice day. Nuclear is great. Ya know, ya dig. All right. So here's our grinders. I don't know if we necessarily want these here, but I do want them set up. The idea is they'll give us a big recycling whenever we, complete the loop, right? So right now, as it is, we are essentially doing this and then looping over like this. So that does give us a competent completed loop. It is solidly okay. It is very much solidly sufficient. But we still need to connect to it, right? We need to feed onto this loop in the first place. So, with that said, whoops. Undo. All right. So what we now need is we need to start building out our turrets. And what's the best way to do that? Well, I'm thinking we have a couple silos of rocket turrets. We don't need a wall of rockets. In fact, the big challenge is I explicitly do not want a wall of rockets, because that's a pain in the butt. Very much so. Very much a pain in our butt. So instead, what is the range of a rocket turret? It's double that of a gun and a little more than a laser. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that noise. Okay. So all we want to protect is the area in front of the ship. If I put a rocket out here, I'm wasting missiles, because we're going to shoot a bunch of asteroids that the rocket turret is not near. And I don't want that, right? That is explicitly not our goal. So instead, let's cover just enough to cover the edge around the rocket turret. That's my thought. Like this. And then likewise, we'll bring just enough to cover, kind of just cover the edge. And if we have fewer, the thought is this will be good. Now, my question is before we fly out, is this like good? Are we going to die if I'm only relying on like this many rockets? That's like what? 12 rocket turrets? Do I need more than that? I will ask the crowd, because if we fly out and then we have to reset the game, that's going to be kind of annoying. Let's be honest. It's going to be kind of a buzzkill. All right, let's keep setting up the nuclear power. Nuclear. There we go. All right. So now we have a little bit of a challenge. Now we got a challenge called I did not give myself sufficient room. Or did I? Yippee! 5 and 6 should be enough as long as we aren't super fast. I don't think we will be. But just in case, we'll go to 8. Just in case, we'll go to 8. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Just so. Whoa. Ho 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 ho. All right, perfect. And we'll expand it out as needed. So, anyways, how do we get the water over? Because we need heat exchangers. In fact, we're probably going to need a whole section. So right now, these are outputting 120 megawatts at a 200% neighbor bonus. Right. Does it say exactly how these work? Neighbor bonus 100%. Okay. So normally they output 80. So that's 80 megawatts each. The heat exchangers, how many megawatts can they eat up at a time? 10. So we will need 16 heat exchangers. Okay. That's doable, I think. The challenge, we need to link our water to these bad boys. Right. Well, we can do a double-sided 8 and 8. That's probably the most space-efficient way to do it. Like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. God, that's kind of gross to have it sticking out, huh? It's not ideal. It's not ideal. In fact, I think it makes more sense to do this. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. So we can fit one more here. Then do this. Yep. Yep. That's really the best we can do. Yeah. Okay. But if we're doing the design this way. Oh, wait, I can't do it here. Doop, 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 doop. These are pipes. These are pipes. Haha. Oopsie. So we need 16. So that's 8. 5. We need another 3. Can we jam in another 3? Like this. Why, I dare say. I dare say. Whoops. We can. Beautiful. Beautiful. So good. So good. Perfectly fit. So that fits that. And now we just need to solve the problem of the water inputs. Yes, this might be a problem. Okay. Move these down by 1. Shift this like so. Okay. And then shift this like so. Aha. Yep. Okay. Right. Fuck. Okay. We have to link all of that to get access to water. Right, and we have to be careful to isolate it. Very careful indeed. Is that going to be good? And, I think that's good. I mean, these go pretty far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. So that'll be fine. Okay. So we have water, we have steam. Now the steam needs to come out. So you see we're going to have to expand our side coverage a little bit more. Steam will come out. They will connect, of course. But where do we put our boilers? Now we can put them on both sides, but we're making 16 of these. Each of these outputs how much water, right? How much water indeed. Or how much steam? Generates 103. Kind of a weird number, not gonna lie. But each of our steam turbines can use at most 60. So let me pop on a quick calc. 103 times 16 is 1648 divided by 60, 27.4. So we're going to want to run 27 steam turbines. Technically, we could run 28. So let's go ahead and set up 28. That's 14 and 14. What's the most efficient way to set these suckers up? Put them here? Maybe. But let's not forget, we do have to get our nuclear fuel out. So before we trap ourselves and come to regret something, the nuclear waste must be given an out. And it will go out this way. Somehow. So we'll go ahead and mark this outwards route. Like so. Okay. Need a build platform to see the connection. It's fine then. All right. So. How many? So if we do it downwards. 1, 2. Whoops. Shit. Okay. Well, we could cause problems for ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we need 28. So we can do it again. That's 14. And then up on this side, we do it again. Well, we skip this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's another 8. That's what? 14 plus 8. That's 22. We need 27. 28 of them. We need our 6. At that point, we do another 3, like so, and I think we're good to go. All right. So in that case, we can then bend down like that. Go that way. That'll be fine. Connect and connect. Now the challenge is, we are of course going to need to. Boop, boop. We are, of course, going to need some storage as well. Since we're here, we may as well just plonk storage tanks down. Like so. All right, I think 100,000 backup steam should be fine. I don't know. I think this is a solid defense. And if we're doing this, we're probably going to want another set of turrets that go out to like here. Yeah. That might be a little too far. Here. There we go. Nice. Covers the wings nicely. I think so. So, at that point, we are good on the rocket front. Now we need to set up the gun front, right? We have our power on the side. We have our weapons production on the other side. Do these hold any kind of special traits? No, not really. Okay. I think this is a good plan. Now we're going to need a lot of water production. Don't get me wrong, we're going to want a lot of water production. So much so, I'm thinking I do 1 efficiency, 1 productivity, and 2 speed. Just to get another, you know, another 6% out of it. Hey! just a little something, because I don't know how good our ice supplies are going to do. We are going to toss max speed into each of our grinders, however, because we're about that life. This is our ultimate ship. This is going to be our super ship, and why would I be so fool as to not make my super ship a super ship? Now, on this end, we are going to toss in an efficiency module just to make it a bit nicer, right? Efficiency, 2 speed, 1, well, 2 efficiency, 2 speed. Is that reasonable? I think that'll keep the power down. Something fierce. Well, it'll help cut the speed consumption at least. So that's pretty nice. Likewise here, we'll do efficiency, efficiency, speed, speed. Let's go ahead and swap these so it's the same. Because, you know, that's always nice. Because we do want to maintain our power efficiency on these planets. It is a good idea to do so, when possible. These guys, we'll just make them max speed. I don't give a fuck. I don't really care here. We're going to make these max speed. So, I think this looks good. I think this looks very good. All right, let's make some guns. Because now we need to defend. We need to prepare for anything. So, the only thing we need to shoot are things that approach the rocket turret directly, right? So, with that in mind, we can have our gun line with just one little gun in the middle, like this, and then like this. Have to be a little farther. Like this. A little farther. One more. We'll give it 2 more. And then let's start down here. let's be smart about this. Okay. Okay. So, if this is our guns, how far do our wings go? Nope, we're going to want a 4th rocket set up here. And maybe we move this rocket setup out just a little bit. Now let's set up a couple more guns just for the fun of it. And I think we're good to go. Yeah. So we will go split, split, split. This will be our rockets, so let's connect that. You know what I've forgotten? We've not set up our asteroid collector units yet. We will need that set up. So first, let's go ahead, set this up. So that's our rocket production. Since we're here, let's balance it so that we can store twice as much. There we go. Likewise with the gun production, we want to balance it to store twice as much. It's just common sense. Yeah, we'll ramp We'll ramp back a little on the guns, just in case. Think I should do a rocket on the sides? No, probably not. It's probably fine. Well, there are big missiles. No, I explicitly don't want rockets on the sides. They'll go too wide and cause a lot of damage, I think. If it ends up being a problem, we'll figure it out on our return trip and rebuild, as we always do. As we always do. So, yeah, I think we're good. I missed Slur for the first rocket. Ah, so I did. Thank you, thank you. I forgot we built that one. All right. Yeah, so now here is the expensive part. This is the expensive part of the design. Yikes. I think we have to go down. Yeah. Burp. 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 Okay. So, as much as I would like our guns to not look like this, they do need that reach. Just, you know, so they can actually support our rockets. Just so they can actually support our homeboys. And, burp. Burp. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't know. Well, I kind of want to do them like this, actually. Just to be careful. It seems like it's kind of a far distance. All right. Cool. It's so close I can get to that last planet. Finally, I could play something else on Saturdays. Oh, it's been so long. We've been playing Factorio for 4 months. No, 5 months. Wow. Wow, it's been that long. Man, what a good game. What a fun ride, though, right? What a solid as hell game. All right. Okay. I think we're good. Now, I guess we might need to extend this a little more. Before I do anything, let's have some resource grabbers. How do we want to do this? So we need to grab resources from the front. That's going to be a challenge in the design. So we need asteroid collectors. Obviously, we put one here. Can I fit one here? Is that a thing I can do? Maybe. Now it might be dangerous to fit it here. But I like it dangerous. Danger is my middle name. Obviously, that's not going to work. I can fit one here. Do love that. I can fit one here. And just for the extra coverage, one here. In that case, we actually want it there. The gun turret sits there. Now, will this be enough to protect our front? I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. Kind of thinking it might not be. But there's an easy solution for that. There's a very easy solution for that. We change our design a wee bit. Boop. 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 Yeah, we'll just do the one forward. There we go. So what we're doing, going up and in. There we go. There we go. This will surely double our firepower where it counts. Brilliant design, generic. Oh, thank you, thank you. All right. I think that'll be good. So, yep, that'll give us a lot more firepower in those tricky center regions where we might need to smash a lot of bad guys. Should be able to reach rocket turrets or 3x3. We'll keep it as it is. We'll keep it as it is. So it gives us all of that. So now our asteroid collectors, we will have them just full grabbing from the front. But do we want things on the side? It's not a bad idea. Because we don't need this many side guns, right? Certainly not. And it's not like it's hard to just toss a couple of asteroid collectors like this. And that's all we really need. In this case, one right here. And we can toss another. Oh, because we need openings anyways. Realistically, we do need openings anyways. So these guys will have their spitters. I mean, we'll call them what they are. They're going to spit out material. And it's a little hard. Like, the angles are rough. The angles are a little rough on them. But they'll still manage to get it out as needed. So. And in this case, what they're going to do. What you gonna do? Oh, what you gonna do, asteroid spitter? What you gonna do when you spit on me? Not like that. When you spit on me, still not like that. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Gotta spit on someone to spit on me. Okay. So I'm going to connect a lot of these belts with non-belt, with undergrounds when the time comes. The belts are for visuals, because undergrounds are impossible to tell what the hell I'm doing. You know what I mean? We're just like, ah, yes, where's this going? I don't know. Ah, we already ran into a problem. Oh, put those there. Delightful. Okay. Okay. So at this point, what each of these do is they're going to just go straight on. Yeah. That's really it. They just go straight in. One more. There we go. Cool. Neat. Solves that problem. All right, I think we're going to have to build it out and then connect the asteroid spitters as needed. All right, let's do this to here, to a guy who throws it out the side to throw the nuclear waste into space where it belongs for the rest of eternity. And since we have all of these, I'm thinking we now take some walls. And yes, I know you don't need walls on a spaceship generic, but hear me out, it looks way cooler. Let's save, by the way. Save. That just, my brain just went, hey, we should save. And I went, oh my God, you're right. I like the walls because if something goes wrong, if there is a big asteroid that smashes us in the face or something, we'll be glad we have a couple walls. You know what I mean? It'll buy us some vital asteroid time. It'll buy us some vital asteroid time. And you know, it kind of caps off the look of the design, if you ask me. It kind of caps off the look of the design. Makes you look like you armored your ship. An armored ship is a fun ship, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. I think that looks nicer with the walls. What do you think? I could daisy chain ammo between turrets. I considered it, but at this point, I'd prefer to just belt it. Mostly because it's easy. Daisy chaining makes sense to me when we're saving on belts, but since I'm firing up 1,000 belts, like we're on Volcanis, you know? This is not, there's no need to conserve resources anymore. It just doesn't matter. What is conservation on Volcanis? Ridiculous. Absurd. Do. All right. I think that looks good. Now, is that a lot of wasted space? Arguably, yes. However, we will need space in our flying brick. I was kind of hoping for like a wing design. I guess I could trim back a little and make a bit of a wing design. I could rearrange the belts, trim it back a little. But that doesn't actually benefit us. So I think we'll just go with this because this is our first. We're going for a fully functioning ship that does not jam up, right? So with that in mind, I don't want to go too crazy with it. However, there is one more design flaw. How do I unjam the belt? Now, I can run these bad boys. I can indeed run these bad boys. Speaking of which, let's have some belt balancers right here. Make sure that stays even on both sides, just for funsies. But actually, yeah, we'll just do that. Anyways, so how do I empty into space, right? What do we do? Well, we could leave this gap here, right? Because we do need to now fill in the gap like that. And like... Hooah! That's a lot of platforms. That's probably like 1,000 platforms right there. But we need to keep in mind, later on, we might want to upgrade our ammo. And we're going to need to start making railgun ammo. When we need this railgun ammo, we're going to really appreciate having these upgrades, right? And in the meantime, we just fill it with solar panels, baby. More solar panels. See that? It's solar-tastic. Who doesn't like a little free energy, right? It's free 99. It's free 99. Look at that. We can fit so many solar panels into this bad boy. It's actually a really nice little side benefit of the design, isn't it? Oh yeah. Ain't that nice? Ain't that nice? And we can trim this rim of solar panels and exchange it for some well-sourced cargo bays. Yippee! There we go. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. And I was thinking, should I put batteries in this thing? I guess we put a few batteries in. I don't know if there's a point. Well, I guess there is. I'm sure the railguns use a lot of power when they fire, right? I'm sure the railguns do use up a lot of electricity, and you know, we got a lot of spots here I can jam in a few batteries, so we may as well, as you see, we have plenty of space to jam them in. So, no reason not to. There we go. And if we need, we'll tear these down and replace them with actual, you know, functioning buildings. Nice. Easy. I can do without circuits, add a splitter, priority going to the belt feeding the ship. Anything spare goes to the second belt. Ah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I haven't used that much. Right, because I never use output priority. I forget that that's a thing. I've only ever used it for filtering. Yeah. Yeah, so we will do this. And it will spit out like so. Bleh. Cool. Yep. So if it jams, it'll then go out the right side and get tossed. Cool. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. I think this is a good design. I'm quite proud of this. Did it take us 2 hours? Yeah, well, you know. That's how it be. Welcome to Factorio. Let's give these guys some, well, let's give these guys some walls for sure. That seems like a good idea. That seems like the tactically correct decision. Put some walls in front of the rocket turrets, you know? Boop, 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 boop. Fill in the middle of the rocket turrets. Just because we can. Just because it makes a lot of sense. And it looks aesthetically more solid. There you go. That's not a bad looking design. Not bad at all. The little parapets I was imagining didn't quite work, but this isn't like an aesthetic game. Factorio is more of a, you know, make it work. It's a make it function and we'll figure it out kind of game. So, yeah. Not bad. Not bad. They're like 4 hours of finding your definitive ship. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is. Oh yeah, we'll jam in a few more batteries where we can. A few more solar panels. Just because we're using nuclear power doesn't mean we're going to be wasteful about our batteries. Because the nuclear power, mind you, right? The nuclear power, we're going to get it up to steam, but it's going to take a while. So we're actually going to need to wait a while. We're going to have to rely entirely off of the solar power and it's going to have to kind of float. So after I've built this, know for a fact we are 100% going to kind of just sit on it for a while in Volcanus. And it's going to just collect asteroids for a good while. Because it needs to build up massive water supplies. It needs to build up a big fuel storage. You know, we need to let the ammo cook and fill the lines. That's going to take a while. Now, we still need to add in the piece de resistance. I don't know what I hit. Wanted to blow something up, I guess. All right. And we need to add, of course, our rocket boosters. So now that we're so much wider, I can make my rocket booster system wider as well. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to link them like that. Cut these ones. Boop. All right. Yeah. And we are, well, yeah. So we're going to take all the rocket boosters. We're going to shift them down a bit more because I can. I see no reason not to. And then make a couple more gun lines on the side, you know, just to protect it. Safety first, after all. Safety first. It's important. Let's cut this rocket booster. Don't need him. Well, we could use him. It doesn't hurt. But I think we'll be fine on speed. In fact, We are aware that too much speed in this game can absolutely take your stupid butt out, right? Too much speed will get you killed, 100%. Fill in here. Fill in here. Mm-hmm. All right. So what do we need to do? Now, we need a funny little guy. First off, how exactly do these work? Okay. How did I build these things? I don't know. All right. So with that said, we need to link our blue boosters. There we go. So the blue booster is on this side, so it will link down, down, and like that. There we go. There is our blue booster set up. Perfect. Do we need these anymore? No, we do not. Not one bit. We can do a lot of trimming, thank God. Why does it look like this in the old design? Don't worry about it. I'm certainly not going to. So just don't worry about it. All right. And then we need our proper rocket jet booster design, which will link right here and flow in to each of our rocket boosters. And we know that it works because it works in our other designs. I think that'll do just nicely. Just nicely. However, we do need each of these to receive their... Oh, we'll just cut that. To receive their back guns, their protective rear guns. We don't want nothing happening to our boys after all. That would be a tragedy. I'm just saying, I know not all of y'all do this, but like, you're not thinking. You're not thinking. What are you going to do when the biters get in their X-Wings and come for us? Because boy, my Super Star Destroyer has defensive ball turrets on the back. You idiots with your front guns. What happens in the mission of a TIE fighter when they ambush us? That's right. I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking ahead for the expansion. The expansion where the bugs enter space and come for us. All right. So there we go. And this will split the bullets like so. And now we are good. Excellent. Your brain replaced Factorio of Satisfactory. Yeah, I do that constantly. I'll say probably said the other all the time. What are you gonna do? Call the Ghostbusters? Hey man, you ain't busting these ghosts. Not in space. Space ghost, coast to coast. I never watched that. What is that? I've heard it said. I've heard it said, so my brain auto-completed. I couldn't tell you what it was. All right, so we are good on steam turbines. We'll have a nuclear power setup that'll heat up once things are cooking. Once the systems are running off solar power, then we will heat up. But we're gonna have to, I think we save. First off, first and foremost, always save your games. I think this looks good. I don't see a flaw in our design. I think it's pretty damn nice. We have an overflow problem. We have toggleable. Hold on, let's flip these to all face outwards. We flip them in when we want them turned on. If we find we are unbalanced, if we find we have too much of a specific ore, right? Then we turn on the given grinder and we will grind up whichever ore we have too much of, whichever ore we do not use in bulk. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work and it's going to be swell. Boop. And a boop. A boop. Wait, this is the wrong one. And let's connect these just to make it look a little nicer. Maybe that's not enough. I don't know. We'll just leave it as lines. Oh, fuck it. Only once it's built can we really clean it up. Only once it's built can we make this thing work better. But for now, I think it's pretty good. And we have a lot of open space for future improvements to the design, right? Once we need to make railgun ammo, once we need to make copper, and we need to make was our last item, right? Railguns. We'll probably expand one of the sides out, probably the left side, because that's where our weapons production is already. But that's easy. That's easy. So, one last save. Let's do it. Let's do it. We have the one place safe from automation. He's full of random junk. Let's turn that off because he going to need to take a winter warning. Ooh, that's a lot bigger. Whop! Ah, that's hot. Ah, that's hot. Let's go. Oh. Oh, look how satisfying it is. Why? Oh my god, I already had the ice there. God, I'm good. What can I say? No, those are meteors. No, those are definitely meteors. Okay, there we go. I just dumped the meteors. I think they were dumped. All right. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. And now we start calling stuff up. I got a lot of junk on here. So if we jam in, yeah, we'll jam in a kit worth of nuclear fuel. Because this temperature from the burning fuel, it's not going to go down. So we can use this to preheat our nuclear reactors. Remember to preheat your nuclear oven before shoving in the power source. Well, auto request. We need 4.6 thousand space platforms. Oh boy. And 34 cargo bays. Yippee. And some repair packs. We're going to need a lot more repair packs than that. Here it comes! Ooh. Yeah, it's gonna. All right, Volcanus, time to get busy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get busy, everyone. Oh, you were never functioning. Oopsie. All right. So all of these are going to start auto-requesting. It's going to be a busy time, huh? It's going to be a busy, busy time. Okay. Neat. I guess we just wait for this to build. Well, you love Space Age. The ship building themselves looks awesome. It really does, right? But only once you have all the mats flown up. Otherwise, it's very piecemeal. Very, very slow. So we have enough in Volcanus for this to build. I think realistically, I'm thinking we call the stream here. Oh, let's finish up the bloop. Connect those wall sections. We don't want no pesky rebels finding a hole in our flawless defenses. Not that there's a hole in our defenses, of course, but you know. Those binders and their X-Wings, they have a way of getting into places. I think we're pretty much good. Is there anything I am missing on Volcanus? Not an orbital network. What? What do you mean not an orbital network? You're right here. What? I don't... What? But, huh? Oh my god, did you start flying to Navis? Why do you even have that? Okay. Oh, thank god. Why? Get that out of here. Shouldn't have automatic anything. Okay, cool. Okay. Now it's calling stuff in. Are the drones flying? They should be. Should be trucking it out. Yeah, there they go. There they go. Many drones with many solar panels. Lovely. As all the rockets fire at once. Neat. Hey, Zaphias. How you doing? How you doing? Our ship is going great. This is good. This is good. All right. So, yeah. Basically, my thoughts are... I guess I just wait an hour or two offline, right? Like, we just wait a couple hours? Because I just need to fly up 4,000 platforms now. Yeah, silos are busy sending other things. Yeah. Either way, we just gotta wait a while, fire up a shitload of planet. What the fuck are you guys doing here? Ah, yes, the old build. Remnants of the old build remains to haunt me, even in my twilight years. Despite efforts to stamp their kind out, they're as persistent as ever. Alright, let's clean up these little belt chunks. These random belts sitting around that I don't need. This grabber. Alright. That seems better. Oh, I never completed you. You should go like that. Coal that real fast. I see a problem there waiting to happen. Random gun turrets to be cold. Single wall chunk we don't need. All the classics. All the classics. Okay. Yeah. I think we just wait a while at this point. Neat. Going good. It's going good. How is Gleba doing, by the way? Is it safe? How is Gleba? I guess it's doing all right. God, I hate these things. The worst part of Gleba is if I could throw efficiency modules into it to reduce spores, I probably would. Honestly, I probably would. But I can't. So I don't. And I cry. Oh my God, does it cry? Cry all the time. For revolution. Do these not have... Are these not getting fed? Why are these not getting fed? Where do you get fed from? Who feeds you? Who feeds you guys? Oh. I accidentally destroyed the box that feeds them. I see. Okay. Let's fix up that line. Fix up that line real fast. Good thing we checked Gleba. Would be real awkward if the sidewall... Real awkward if the west hold fell. You know, definitely not my fault or anything, but... Just pulling a Theoden real fast while I think no one's looking. Here? No. Boy, how did I set this up? And why? These all go upwards. Nope, these are down. Up there it is. And we'll set another one here. Because frankly, I think that's a stupid spot to have your ammo box. But I'm not going to move one that's already functioning, you know? Alright. That should be good. That should be good. Oh, wait, these go down. Never mind. Never mind, never you mind. Never you mind. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That'll be in range. Are you in range? You are not in range. Of nothing, nothing at all. Nothing, nothing at all. Oh, you're in range of nothing. You got nobody to call your own. Alright, well, we can make more power and connectivity. That's always a good thing. They do take a lot of power. For Tesla turrets are good in Gleba. Yeah, we might go for Tesla turrets. We researched them. We went ahead and we researched the Tesla turret. I don't know. We'll get it in. We'll try to import some when we can. The problem is, honestly, that my Gleba electric grid really sucks. I'll need to import a lot more batteries. Good news is Fulgora can just give me several 100,000 batteries and not have a care in the world, right? So that's good. But we're gonna have to do it. Make a battery field. Maybe I should move the batteries inland. You know what? Let's go ahead and move the batteries into here. Yeah. Let's do this. That seems like a smart move. You know, I think this is the right choice. Oh, hey, we have a lot of batteries that I dropped at some point. Delightful. Because now it'll be closer to the solar farm, which is always good. Make sure they're connected like so. So they're always connected. And yeah, that just seems like a good idea in general. Can the stoppers walk over the cliff sides, by the way? Asking for a friend. The friend's me, by the way. I'm my best friend. They say you should love yourself, and I'm making sure of it. Yeah. Yeah, that was the right move. Clears up this room, because getting these storage... Getting the steam tank storage annihilated, that feels bad, by the way, can I just say? That feels absolutely rancid. Absolutely, positively rancid, baby. And so let's output priority right. Okay, are you working? You there. Oh. That's a problem. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, what? Oh. Ooh. Ooh, how did I... Wow. My incompetency has revealed a different, vaster, and more thorough incompetency. Amazing. That's why you're the best, boss. All right, let's move the spare rocket fuel deposit this away. This away. There we go. Much better. Much better. Wow. What are the odds? We were just... I mean... In a sense... We were just importing fruit to be burned directly. It's not the worst thing in the world. But, yeah, probably should do a better job of that. Wow, this thing is full, huh? Getting grabbed real fast. No. The power. Alright. Cool. I think we're good to go. I think Gleba's safe now. For now. It'll probably explode and kill us all later. Let's fly ourselves back up into the one place safe from automation. As it is, wow, it's mostly built. Unfortunately, we are having to repair it as we speak, so hold on. Do I have the bullets? I do have a bunch of bullets on me. How nice. why don't we fill these things with some bullet? Which I know we can do now. We don't have to fill all of them either, just a few, and it'll save us a lot of resources. Right? Just a few in the right position, so stuff gets... so the stuff we're flying up is a little less prone... Prone? It's a little less prone to exploding. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Not exploding our stuff. Oh, the dream. Truly. Truly the dream. So yeah, you do see, we take hits on the sides and back sometimes. It's rare, but that's why we just toss a few gun towers around and call it a day. It's just easier to do it this way. Fact is, I don't want to have to replace things if I don't have to. So, we just toss in some bullets and call it a day. You know, I kind of wonder if having bulk inserters is worse than blue inserters. For specific use of passing between guns. Oh, we are empty there. Perfect. Perfect. We've emptied out the random yellow bullets we had. Beautiful. Okay, good to go. Wow, it built out pretty fast, though. Nice. And how's our electricity doing? Electricity. You know what? We need a tank here. What for, you ask? Easy answer. We need to store some of our molten iron. Because I don't want to make this on demand. We're not making molten iron on demand. That would be silly. We do want to be able to kinda, you know, use it only as needed. So let's have some stored. That way, it's poured out as needed. Good move. Good move. Okay. I think we're doing good. I think we're doing good. I think we pretty much call it a day at this point. Good session, y'all. Ooh. Good work, y'all. We did a great job. We have done a great and mighty work upon us this day. Why do I have no repair packs on Volcanus? Do I not make repair packs here? I mean, it's easy. I'll do it right now. In fact, I'll do it right here. I'll do it right here. So where do I yeah. If I pass to here, then they pass to that, then they grab like that. Make some repair kits. I need gears. Gotta love Volcanus. Life is so easy. It's just so easy. Yep. All right. I don't know why I wasn't making repair kits, but let's make some auto repair kits, I guess. I could have sworn I was, but maybe I wasn't. I don't know. Things get lost sometimes. There's a lot of items. But I think we're we out of power? Really? I don't make enough fuel? This doesn't make enough fuel? Even if I put in tier 3 speed modules? By God! How hungry could these beasts be? Do we need more steam? Got more steam than your average webcomic. Man, y'all, okay. Anyone here remember the webcomic Girl Genius? I think it's still going. That is like a classic steampunk webcomic. Really enjoyed reading that one every once in a while growing up. I didn't read like a ton. So I couldn't tell you if it ended or not. But I did enjoy reading that one. That one I think that one gave me a lot of aesthetic sense for like how cool steampunk aesthetics can look. Because that one looked really, really good often. What a good series. What a fun series. Sometimes, you know, I think sometimes it's healthy. It's very healthy to let your webcomics be a little dumb. Right? I mean, yeah, be smart, be clever, mean something important to people sometimes. But, you know, sometimes you gotta be a little dumb. That's what I'd like, at least. Alright, this should help the power issue. I'm not surprised I overcharged Volcanus. Let's be honest, it is Volcanus. It is Volcanus. That's fine, we'll just add more power. More steam turbines. Yes. Good. Okay. That's enough staring at steam turbines. All right. Let's call it a day. We have built up the one place safe from automation. Yes. But we're going to need to wait quite a while. Because while it is delivering its gear, its delightful equipment to everybody, it's going to be a lot of grinding. You know what I mean? We have a lot of grinding ahead of us to do. Are you passing over? You are full of ice for some reason, and bullets. That's odd. Don't want that. There we go. There we go. As we find the occasional thing jammed up for no good reason. As you do. As you do. We're going to need to just keep running this guy all the time. All the flippin' time. Ooh, why are you connected to Oxidizer? Ooh, I don't like that. Why are you connected to Oxidizer? What? Why? Oxidizers go this way. Okay. That was weird. I guess my funny tanks betrayed me. Yeah, okay, we'll just get rid of the funny oxidizer tanks. Something went wrong with them. We will accept the cost of our terrible hubris. This time. Not next time, of course. I mean, I have a reputation on the line, you know. We gotta fill our hubris. Our hubris thresholds. We have a quota. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait a couple hours as this baby just kind of builds itself. Why are there so many bullets? Hold up. As we go, and we go, and we go, and we look for what's wrong, and I don't know why there's so many bullets. I think it's just that there used to be bullets. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, easy solution. Easy solution. Emergency vent. Emergency vent. There's a bunch of bullets. Emergency vent. I don't know where they came from. No. Nobody knows anymore where these bullets came from. Throw 'em out, throw 'em out. Throw out the bullets until we're clean again. Boop. Alright, we'll turn that, because that's perfectly clean meteors. Throw out a bunch of perfectly good ammo into space for a clean reset, as you do. As you do, as you gotta sometimes. It's just how it be. That's how it be in space. Well, hold on. All right, let me make that way more quiet. So, I guess we're good. I guess we're good for now, huh? Farming's done. Spacing's done. Next session, we're traveling to AQUILO, and I'm going to reminisce over the series Lost Planet. What a cool game series and concept about fighting with big old mechs on a frozen world. Boy, they're never going to remake that one. That one's dead. Oh, yeah. Oh, well. It's fine. It happens. It happens. Let's check, make sure continuities are good. Looks like they are. We're just waiting to get some delicious calcite. All right. I think we are good. I think we've thrown out the offending beasts, the wretches among us. But thank you for dropping by. Welcome in if you're new. If you drop by and you're like, ooh, that's Factory. Sorry, I said the wrong one. Dagnabbit. Ooh, Factorio. Wow. What a cool and ridiculous creator who I want to make fun of. It's for some reason that everyone bullied me. Everyone's so mean to me. Oh, well. All right. Let's take... Oh, we're full up on nuclear fuel, so we can take these away. We have preheated our nuclear oven, thank God. But I'm Lord Generic, your Terracotta Warrior Vtuber. And yeah, feel free to check us out. You can subscribe to us on Twitch and on YouTube. Follow us, like our videos, and enjoy your time, huh? We stream on both for whichever you happen to prefer. But we'll be back later this Saturday. We actually have quite a bit. So on the schedule, I said we were going to take it a little easier, but on Saturday, we'll be running more Pathfinder. We will run Pathfinder. However, I also want to point out that we will be on a collab with Lady Fable on Friday. We'll be playing some Euro Truck Simulator, and I will see the most horrifying test of all. The greatest challenge of my career. Can I teach a VTuber how to drive a car in Euro Truck Simulator? Pray for me, fools. Pray for me. By God, pray for me. So, that's what we'll be up to on Friday. Tomorrow, drop by if you want, and if not, either way, make sure you get up, take a nice long blink, look away from your screens, your computer, your TV, stretch those eyes, let those muscles relax, and look a distance. Even if it's just the far corner of the room, it's a far better sight than absolutely nothing. Okay? Make sure you take care of yourself, wash your face, do a nice facial cleansing. Even if you don't, it's always worth doing. Please, please, please. Skincare is so important. I know that you can look absolutely radiant and you have no excuse not to. So go look as amazing as you should. With that said, have a wonderful morning, evening, and good night. As I am not ready, I don't have studio mode up because I was changing sounds. Whoop-de-doop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doo. Let's fix our Factorio sounding. All right. Bye, fools. Twitch side, do we want to send you anywhere? Is there anyone I know? Are there any options that are for options that are decent and schmeecent and mish? Oh, we got some good options, actually. I'm flush with choice, much like in the ways we can mess up our Factorio run. So why don't you go say hi to my mama, Ryan, the creator of my VTuber model. Go say hi. She is playing, oh, she's playing the original Resident Evil. Ah, heck yeah, let's go. All right, bye.